Alrighty. How's it going, everyone? Today I am checking out, well, definitely not a new game. Normally, well, I guess it's new maybe to some of you guys, but mostly I wanted to do this stream as like a PSA, like, hey, Warframe still exists in 2026 even now, and it's better than ever. I couldn't believe it. I mostly just decided to check it out on a whim. I used to play this game quite a lot. I started, I think, the game about a month or so after the game came out. I usually don't jump on a game right when it comes out. That's pretty rare for me, to be honest. But Warframe was definitely one of those ones that caught my eye. Basically, if you don't know what Warframe is at all, it's essentially you pilot, things like this. Basically, large robots that are like ninjas. That's what you're playing, is a robot ninja. So, and there's quite a few different kinds. I think there's like probably over 40 or 50 now. Honestly, different robot ninjas that you can play called Warframes. So this is mine. I've had this guy forever, Frost Prime. He's pretty cool. Obviously, you can have primary weapons, secondary weapons, melee stuff. You got different schools that you can focus on when you step outside your Warframe. I'm trying not to spoil too many things in the game in case you decide to play yourself. And you can even finish people off too, pretty cool, like with your Parazone, whatever they want to call it. It's got a nice little animation there too. You can have companions, gear, like all kinds of stuff. Like we can even fly around. You know what I mean? It's a bit overwhelming, I think, if you're just starting. But I just wanted to go over, basically some of the main things that you can do in the game, and collecting these various items. We even got mechs. I mean, like, this game has everything. So feel free to stop in. I'm actually getting my other PC up and running right now, so I'll be able to see any comments that you guys have. If you've ever played Warframe, feel free to let me know. It's surprising to me that the game still exists that well. Like I said, the major thing to me was, like, it was just kind of one of those games where you just, you log in, you don't really do a whole lot. You just kind of go onto maps and loot, didn't have a whole lot going on. So I'm still working on trying to get things up and running here. Hopefully you're having a good day as well. Yeah, stream looks like it's doing good, I guess. So pop this chat out. Alright, so we're all set up and ready to go. Yeah, so I probably just play some generic stuff here, things that I have to do anyway, in order to get my dailies done. There are plenty of dailies and weeklies and whatnot, but the main reason why I wanted to highlight Warframe is that they added a ton of quests that you can do. So in the past, what you would do is, you start off in Earth. Obviously, you don't really know about all these different locations out here, but I think it's E Prime, this one right here. You basically land, and you're forced to start fighting these guys called Grenier here. And the game even tells you now what kind of damage you should be doing, so you can, customize your loadout if you have such, the ability to do so. I think that's obviously the first icon is impact that you'll want to deal, and then the second one I think is toxic. So if you've got mods that give you those damage types, or even weapons too, weapons will actually have built-in damage types as well that you can deal to things. So you'll start with that, and then obviously the game will kind of guide you through it. But basically, your entire objective back in the day was simply to unlock more stages, higher level stages, so you can get, more mods, more loot, and in general, you were just looking for resources to be able to craft things. You can even use those resources to craft your own dojo, so you can actually build your own base basically, and the dojos are really cool because you can research different things. We'll probably take a look at the dojo at some point later on too, but you can actually queue research projects, learn about new weapons, probably even other things too besides weapons, but mostly that's what it's for, is getting new weapons. And you need those in order to increase your mastery rank. So the higher your mastery rank, which is largely dependent on the number of different weapons you've leveled to max, 30 is the max, I think, for most things. I think there's a few things out there that go up to 40 or something. But 30 will allow you to get the most master rank out of it. After that, you've got to craft new weapons, new stuff, try out new things in order to level up. So that was the game, honestly, when I was playing a long time ago. Frost Prime, the Warframe I got this during the release event for this particular Prime. Long story short with the Prime thing, Frost is inside the game and you can go and get him very easily. Frost Prime you can still get, but you have to, I think, buy him with premium currency, or you can, obviously there are ways of exchanging the things that you found inside the game for a little bit of premium currency. So you could probably get Frost Prime fairly easily nowadays still. And there's other ways to get stuff too, relics and whatnot. But anyway, I've had this guy forever. He's my favorite. I have been messing around with a different Warframe too that I was going to show off later on. But one of the dailies that we can do is this. This guy will start talking to you. And basically it's just a series of daily missions. So we'll queue for that right now. See if we can get this done. We basically just drop in to each of the 3 missions back to back. You don't have to do them all at once. You can wait. Obviously, I'm doing the second one right now, so queue for this. And yeah, you just kind of fly in,
This is a rescue mission.
drop in,
We need to find and liberate the hostage before any harm comes to them.
and then Lotus right there will tell you what we need to do. So we got to free some guy. I think this might be a little bit too loud, so I'm going to drop the volume just a tad. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. No fall damage. That can be a little bit scary, I guess, if you're first getting started. But yeah, no fall damage. You're pretty much like an awesome ninja robot. So you get your double jump, you can latch onto things like that. You can even right-click when you jump up to the wall and latch onto it for a while, and then jump off of it. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy parkour stuff you can do. Like, you can just... you could just jump up the wall like this, too. I'm going to try to stick with the team so they don't get too mad that I'm, like, way far behind them. But basically, yeah, you've got enemies running around here. Luckily, they're not attacking me. Okay, I guess we're underwater now. This is also kind of new.
A large security force heading your way. It's
all right,
the
we were able to get out of it. I think you know, being underwater was, I think, a thing back in the day as well too. But I think there's only like one mission that had that element to it. So it was pretty uncommon. I think like one boss maybe or something like that. They might have added more stages since. I've just been coming back to the game, so, you know.
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Okay. Well, apparently, they are killing the hostage now, so we've got 50 seconds. I don't know if we're going to be able to get there in time.
Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
Luckily, they're over there, so they should be able to get it. Obviously, most people at this point in the game, they just kind of these are all experienced players, so they're just running straight into the objective.
Subject found.
And then this green one right here, this green symbol marks where the door is for the exit. So they rescued the hostage. The blue icon is the hostage. He's asking for a weapon. You can actually give him one of your weapons if you want to. You don't have to. We're just going to run out of here anyway. Somehow we're not the last person to leave, so... there's a slower guy. That's pretty much it! 2.5 minutes. They do just kind of run through these things. And obviously in a rescue mission, your goal isn't to kill... I mean, you don't have to kill anyone. You can just... you know... You go and rescue the guy. You can actually completely do a lot of missions, like this one in particular, stealthy. There are warframes that allow you to be invisible or be undetectable, that kind of thing. And so you don't have to kill anything at all in some missions, depending on what you're doing. So you have a little bit of optionality, and a lot of the warframes feel a little bit different. So this guy is the guy talking to us about, this is the daily called Sortie, and you basically just do all 3 stages. On the 3rd one, it looks like we're going to be assassinating that guy that was just talking to us. So he's no longer going to be talking to us for very much longer. Yeah, a general somewhere out in Saturn, it looks like. So we'll queue for that one again. See what he
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Okay, he's over here. You can see with the yellow. So you just kind of eventually you get kind of used to it, like knowing what to look for, like basically hallways that lead to the door. So that was the door. Now the yellow is marking the next door. It's somewhere over here. So obviously we'll just kind of go in this general direction. Sometimes you can get lost. Yeah, and so also another thing that I've been doing, which is kind of like a parkour move too, is if you just like tap your control key, which is your slide, tapping it will allow you to get a little bit of extra move speed just in and of itself. But then another thing is you can slide with your control, and then you can do a jump as well, and then you do this like spinny thing. This makes it so that it's easier for you to dodge like bullets while you're moving around, and you're a lot faster like this. We gotta get out of here. we're dying. All right, there we go. So they're dealing with this boss. He's probably about dead, I would imagine. Looks like he's safe right now. You can see at the top his HP bar, and it's in gray right now, so he's actually invulnerable for some reason. I'm going to go over and grab this loot, too. Periodically, you can find some very nice treasures on the ground. These are called stars. You'll use them later on. I can probably show you that as well afterwards here. Looks like they killed him. We're going to go over here and loot him just in case he has anything nice. Looks like he did have a sigil. Sigils are basically unique designs that you can add to your Warframe, just for flavor, you know. A little bit of customizability. There's a whole lot of fashion that you can do in this game, too, if you're interested in such a thing. But, yeah, we'll show off what we can do with those cyan stars here afterwards. Kind of interested to see what kind of loot we get. obviously I've been back in the game for like 3 to 4 weeks, but I think back in the day I wasn't even really able to do the sorties. Maybe I did a few, but it wasn't very easy for me to do them, and frankly, I was obviously getting carried by whomever I was doing them with. And back in that day, obviously, people weren't like crazy super strong. You know, a level 100 mission like that we just did was extreme, right? So this daily used to be pretty tough. Good here are your masters. And so he's already dead and he's still talking crap, you know what I mean? Yeah, 80 to 100 basically was level cap for sure back when I played, and most missions didn't really even go up to 50. I mean, I think that most missions were like 30, you know, level 30 or so is where you were doing most of your daily stuff. And so with each ramping level in this game, obviously the difficulty increases, but mostly it's that things take a lot less damage and then they do a lot more. And it progressively obviously gets worse. So that's a common theme of the game. Anyway, you know, no matter what you're doing in this game, you can get mods. We did pick up probably a few of them. And then you can buy a lot of them different, you know, various shops as well too. But these mods allow you to.
Each time he cleans something,
Ortis
he makes
is
something else dirty.
Ortis is your. He's a little jokester that hangs out in your ship, and he'll give you puns and dad jokes and whatnot. But so anyway, these mods are things that you can affix to your weapons. And they increase the power, or they increase basically some aspect of the weapon. And you'll see also at the bottom, like, it's a shotgun only mod. So if I had a shotgun and I wanted to do like radiation damage on the shotgun, and a little bit of extra capacity would be nice, then I could consider this particular mod called Atomic Fallout. There's all kinds. This one right here is an aura mod, actually. So each different type of weapon, in this case it's claws, each different type of weapon can actually have an aura on it, and it changes entirely how the weapon attacks, what kind of like melee combos there are. I haven't messed around with the melee combos too much. This was actually kind of new when I was starting to leave the game as well. They added these different aura slots. But these auras are great. You equip one aura on a weapon, and it actually increases the amount of mods you can actually place. It increases the amount of mod points or whatever that you get. Because you see the 2 in the upper right-hand corner. Normally that would mean that it's costing you 2 of your mod points, but in this case it's actually giving you 2 mod points. So you can actually really ramp up your power by making sure that you have an aura on your weapons and whatnot. Same thing on Warframes themselves. So if you come over here to your arsenal, you can upgrade your Warframe. And as you can see here, we have a ton of them. We actually have 74 capacity, so we still have actually 3 points that we could use. But all of our mods are maxed. You can see at the very bottom when I hover over these mods, all of the stars are blue, meaning it's at the max rank. So normally you can right-click these and then enhance them, but we cannot do that right now. This is what a normal mod looks like right when you get it. So it has no bonuses at all. It's just the flat mod. Gives you the lowest possible bonus. As you can see here, we get health pickups give us 10% energy. Energy pickups give us 10% health. So it's like it basically gives you more reliable sources of health and energy as you're playing the game, which is great. This one is 110% though. So it's a 10%, 110%. So yeah, you definitely want to max out all your stuff. They even added interesting little mods for the Warframe itself. So in the past, if a mod was created for Warframes, it would just be a generic Warframe mod, as you can see here, like Streamline. This one gives us ability efficiency, and near the bottom you see it says Warframe. So you can put that on any Warframe, and that was it. There wasn't any special stuff like this. So now this one says Frost at the bottom. So Frost mods can go on both Frost and Frost Prime. So if you're new and you only got Frost or something, you can still use this. And this one gives you Overguard whenever you hit things. So with Icy Avalanche, or with Avalanche, I mean. So it actually enhances certain abilities. Avalanche is our 4th ability down here. And so every time we hit our 4th ability, allies within the range are coated in ice, and they get Overguard, and that includes us. So more people that we hit with it, more Overguard. Overguard also increases by 20% of your armor once per enemy. So actually, you know, if we get a lot of armor on Frost, we can actually survive pretty easily. And they even added other stuff like this one too. Biting Frost allows me to deal a ton more damage, provided the thing is frozen. We can't freeze everything. Most things we can, but we do have, we do have an option there to do that. So very cool. Obviously, I don't want to go through like all these mods. We would be here forever. But the game added a ton as far as customizability goes, and I'm really still just learning all these things. Honestly, I came back to the game. I'm like, so what do Warframe builds kind of look like? And I started looking around. I'm like, what is this Frost mod? Because I was looking to rebuild my Frost Prime. Right, I dedicated a lot of resources into it back in the day. And so I was like, well, we got to power up our good frame, right? You know, so we can deal with more modern problems that this game, I'm sure, has. So we got all kinds of different weapons here too, and they all have maxed mods basically. And so that's actually a big part of the game, is just kind of figuring out like what mod combinations you want to use and whatnot. And then how far to enhance them sometimes too. I think endgame players probably have them fully enhanced, so you know they probably get everything, wherever they want it to be. So the other cool part is back in my day, this infested area was pretty terrible. I always wished we could burn it, especially this thing back here. I mean, look at that. That's disgusting. This room is horrific. If it were up to me, I would have taken a flamethrower to it, back when I played, because I didn't think there was any reason for this here. It was just a disgusting infested room with like a chair here. But anyway, this thing has added a whole new level of gameplay nowadays. You can actually unlock the ability to take Warframe abilities from other Warframes and put them onto the Warframe you're playing. I'm actually going to do that right now because one of Frost's abilities, ability number 2, is pretty lackluster. You know, if you try it yourself, let me know if you disagree, but it's pretty bad, I believe. I feel like it's the only ability of Frost that doesn't have any use whatsoever. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap that one out and see what we can get. I did already put 2 Warframe abilities inside this creature. You basically have to feed it the Warframe, and then it takes one of the Warframe's abilities and allows us to learn it. And so we have Terrify, which allows us to fear people. They'll run away in terror. That also does reduce their armor. So that's not bad. I think that's a pretty good one. I was told, though, maybe the best one would be a Roar, which gives us the 30% damage increase. Looks like it does grant all nearby Warframes the increased damage for a short duration as well, but we get it for 30 seconds. Looks like it's going to cost us 75 energy, which isn't too bad. And it looks like it's going to cost us some stuff in order to infuse the ability on there. I think that's what we want to do, right? So we'll infuse it over Ice Wave. I think that'll be good. This one is by far... I mean, look at this. It's just like... I mean, it looks cool, like the imagery, but why would you cast this one for 50 when you could just cast this one for 100? Everything around you freezes, shatters. I mean, come on. Why would we want the cone, you know? Not to mention it does way more damage. And getting 100... The difference between getting 100 energy and 50 energy isn't a whole lot these days. It's pretty easily, especially with that equilibrium mod I was showing you a little bit ago, it's pretty easy to get, 50 extra energy to cough up for the avalanche. Not to mention we also get our overguard from that too, due to our mod. So, yeah, we never really want to hit 2 at all. This is not a great ability. We definitely want to use this one. But we will now also do this here. So I guess we'll apply it to all configurations. There we go. So the thing stabs itself inside of us, and now we have the ability to roar. Yep, we're forever changed. It tries to speak to us in its alien demon tongue. Alright, that's enough of that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's a good thing, I guess, I wasn't allowed to take a flamethrower to that room a long time ago. I would have done it, trust me. There was definitely nothing there back in the day, for sure. They just put in an infested room, and they probably had something like this in mind, maybe some kind of interesting use for it in the past, but never implemented at all. So, the other cool thing that you can do, and this is what most people do, I'll probably do one of these really quick, survival perhaps, is you can, or maybe even a defense for the Grenier, but anyway, you can actually go out here and survive. And as you play the game, you actually unlock these cool relics. Every stage has a different drop table, right? So you can get different kinds of relics from different types of missions. But anyway, you just choose one. It tells you what things you can possibly loot from it. You know, based on, obviously you have a lower chance of getting the uncommon stuff and a very low chance of getting the rare stuff. But I already have all of these things with the check mark. You can see I already own it. You could always use more former blueprints, I guess, but we have plenty. You can even upgrade the relic if you have void traces. So you get that by doing void missions. So you can actually increase the odds of getting higher level stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because I already have all the rare stuff in here. So, but basically, you just equip the relic for the mission. And then all these other people also have their own relics that they have for the mission too. And what's going to happen is at periodic intervals of this mission, of this survival mission, which obviously the objective is to just live as long as possible, we're periodically going to be able to open this relic and then basically choose another relic that we open too. In order to do that, we'll have to gather react in the game, but you'll see it's pretty straightforward. So. This is also one of the customizability options that you have in the game is your little flight craft in on the missions while you're waiting for the mission to load. So a lot of people modified theirs, customized them.
The longer you hold out, the weaker the murmur gets. Make your presence known.
So
There are void fissures
we have to unlock the PC here. It's a very nice 1980 or 1990s Macintosh. This whole area basically gets unlocked later on in the story, so you don't get to see this area until later on. But not really too many spoilers, I don't think. But there are a lot of interesting enemies in here too.
To choke you out. Not today. Preparing a life support capsule.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics.
So yeah, so she's telling us there's a fissure. There should be reactant around here somewhere that we can unlock. You know, actually, sound might be a bit too much still, huh? I never really noticed how loud the game is until I'm like, you know, streaming it with you guys. Yeah, it's a pretty loud game when things get kind of hairy. You can see these little white symbols here. These are for the reactant. And then you can see in our upper left-hand corner underneath our compass, we need to get 10 reactant, and we need to do that within 5 minutes. So with these survival missions,
You're made of stronger stuff than me.
every 5 minutes you're allowed to turn in basically a relic and crack it open is what they call it. So that's number 5 right there. And this is my melee weapon that I'm using right here too. It's pretty strong actually. You unlock it through a story mission, and it instantly became like my strongest melee weapon. So they added a couple mods with it too, to be fair, but still, it made me realize like, man, maybe I'm not spending enough time like powering up my weapons, because this sword is crazy good compared to all the other stuff that I had. So the game is pretty nice nowadays. They do quite a lot of things just to get you going, and it's not too hard to get enough strength just to power yourself up. Obviously, the more common, easier to get mods are probably pretty cheap too. So if you've got like a bit of platinum, which is this currency right here, it's the premium currency, right? If you've got a bit of that platinum, you can actually buy from other players some mods just to get you started, and you can get like really good ones for probably next to nothing, frankly. So something to keep in mind if you're just starting out. Don't feel like oh, that's such a waste to get rid of your premium currency for it. If it gives you a crazy amount of damage and you're not going to be able to get it right now for a long time, I mean, it's probably worth considering, because the more, basically with this type of a looter shooter, your whole objective really is to do more damage so you can get more loot, so you can, you know, sell that stuff then to people, you know. So the whole game is, you know, under the idea that you just really want more damage so you can clear things faster, you know, and get stronger faster so you can unlock more nice things for yourself and, like I said, for others. That's one of the reasons why I really like doing these Void Relic missions, and usually one of the things that I spam all day long, honestly, or at least most of my day, is that, you know, sometimes you unlock something very rare and nice, and you can go in, if you already have a copy of it, right? Because maybe you've been farming it for a while and you already have, like, this is your second one. You can actually go and sell the second one and sometimes make, you know, some of this premium currency back. So that's kind of what I started to do. I didn't trade anything at all when I first started playing the game, but there are some sites now that make it very easy to connect with people that are looking for a particular item. So something to keep in mind as you're playing the game if you want to level up a little bit. Obviously, I'm no expert at all when it comes to this game. I barely get by, frankly. That thing was tough. But anyway, there are definitely ways that you can increase the speed at which you progress through the game, if you will. So quite a lot of fun to be had, for sure, leveling up through the game. I actually really like this particular area. What they do in this game, which is pretty cool, is in order to unlock a new area or system, basically, like in the game, you have to do a quest that unlocks it. And it basically, it has story elements now, which is really cool. When Warframe first started, it was definitely just a looter shooter. And, you know, it was kind of an RPG, right? You know, but not really. You weren't really doing any quests or anything. You were just repeating the same missions that you needed to do to try to find some libido, you know, some some like some particular resource that you're looking for, a neurode or something like that. I remember those being super painful. Now you do have that to some extent, but it's definitely got more going on. So here we get to choose from all 4 relics whatever we want. I already own both of these, of course, so I'm going to take one of those too. They're both pretty rare items. Maybe we'll open up this one next. We do need the Trumna, what is it? Trumna Prime Barrel, so apparently we don't have one of those. So that's what I try to do, is collect each of them. Looks like one person is already leaving. That's usually not what you want to do. That is, I mean, maybe he has to go, you know. Usually you want to stay in here and grind as much as possible, right? These survivals are pretty convenient because the whole time you're gathering loot, of course, but you're also cracking relics open, too. So there's almost no reason, really, to do regular missions anymore, at least spamming them, of course. I guess unless you don't have any relics. I mean, if you don't have any relics, then no reason to do the Void Relic stage. You might as well do something else. But even if you don't, I'll show those off maybe after this too. There are different areas now, like open world areas that you can just go out and explore and do like missions for various people. Like Utico is one of them on a different planet called, I think he's on Venus, but he's out of a place called Fortuna, and all of these areas are totally new. Didn't exist at all. Like you can actually go to Earth again. You know, in the original game, well, the same game, but back in the day, you couldn't like land on the planet at all. You know, there were no settlements or anything like that. People weren't allowed to settle down anywhere. It was just you in space, piloting your robot ninja, and that's all you were doing. You were just going into different areas controlled by other factions, like the Grenier, aliens and stuff, you know. Killing them, you know, looting their stuff, and then going back to your ship. Or maybe you're going back to your dojo. That was all you were doing. Now, totally changed. You have open world areas that you can explore, do bounties in, so you can actually gain reputation with various factions and whatnot. There are syndicates that you can gain faction reputation with. All kinds of other organizations that you can gain rep with. So, I mean, they added quite a lot of gameplay over the last 10 years or so. Which is why I'm making this video. In case you played Warframe in the past, it's worth coming back to checking it out, because I'm having a blast, personally. So, anyway, yeah. This is my Burston Prime. I've had this thing forever, too. I think I also got this during an event where they released it. Obviously, I equipped all the latest mods with it, too. Yeah. It does decent damage, but obviously mine is pretty lackluster because, you know, I'm kind of a weaker player, right? As far as I can tell, I'm somewhere around the mid-game of Warframe, so I have not crossed into the end game by any means, which is pretty cool. Coming back to the game, it's pretty nice that I'm strong enough at least to do, you know, missions like this without, like, just running around like a like a chicken with its head caught off, like letting other people farm for me or whatever. I'm able to kill a lot of these things myself, you know. Yeah, so pretty nice. Obviously, if you're new, you know, sometimes you have to kind of step up your level just to get things through, and you just have to play really hard. Right now, we're just chilling, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of like just looking around, talking with you guys. Not really playing hard to win here. It's pretty easy, so. And these are level, what, like 60? Probably shouldn't have killed that thing so fast. I think these things are like Yeah, level 60 creatures. So definitely not early game whatsoever. You won't be doing this kind of damage out of the gate. But it's also like nothing to write home about either, right? Plenty of people have this kind of damage. I would say probably most have at least this damage at this point. But if you're new, you got to start somewhere, right? And that's kind of why I pointed out, like, hey, if you've got a little bit of platinum, which I think the game does give you some, definitely worth considering at least using it for, obviously, like, Warframe and weapon slots, too, is the most prominent use of the premium currency. So you can get your mastery rank up, which is very important. But a second use might not be bad, you know, to get like a ability strength early on if you don't have it. I'm sure someone will sell it to you for like, you know, 1 or 2 maybe platinum, right? I would imagine. At least something to look at. And obviously you can kind of figure out what things are good by what people are building, right? So you can look for those types of mods, or look for mods that give you those types of bonuses that they're looking for, obviously, too. So it looks like we did get our Trumna Prime Barrel. This is what we call streamer luck. That was a very lucky pull. We're probably going to leave, though, now, because as you can see, we only got 3 selected options. This is why you don't want to leave early. You kind of, you know... You really want to open these relics with a maximum of a total of 4 people. That's the max you can go in with as far as the number of people goes. You don't really want to do what these 2 guys are doing. So they're going to try to open these relics, but they're only going to be able to choose from 2 different things. So the odds that they get something nice like that Trumna Prime Barrel that we just picked up, very low. So... or much lower, I should say. It's cut by 50%, right? You know, you've got half as many relics being cracked at the same time, so your loot table gets cut basically in half. So we're just gonna leave this green area down here, and since we have other people in the map, we can't leave immediately. It says we're extracting in 50 seconds on the left there. So we have to wait. Kill some of these creatures while we wait here. But that's basically one of the things that I do for a lot of the day is just cracking relics repeatedly. You can even buy relics that you can no longer get in the drop table anymore as well. So obviously, like I was saying, each mission has its own drop table for what types of relics you can get. What this game does, which I thought was really cool, is they take out relics periodically from the table, and you can't get them anymore. But in order to get them, you can spend this resource that you gain called Aya while doing these bounties that I'm about to show you guys here in a minute. And so
Mission complete.
you can periodically get super rare relics that allow you to get like very rare prime parts, you know, things that are locked in the game now that you just can't get anymore, right? And so there are levels to the grind. there are levels to the grind. I don't think we have any Aya right now. Maybe I can show you. The one I've been buying right now, if you go into the market, you can do, yeah, they call it Prime Resurgence. So things come back.
For luck.
This one, so this is the premium resource called Regal Aya. This allows you to buy like cash shop type stuff. So that's only if you're spending money on the game, you know, actual cash. But this stuff right here, the blue Aya, we don't have any right now, so we're gonna have to go out and get some. But you can buy, I think the relic I've been buying with it is Neo V8. Yeah, so I'm actually looking for the Worm Prime blueprint. I actually just created Odinata Prime. That actually might be done building here soonish. And I'm actually really looking for the Volt Prime Neuroptics, but we'd have to get very lucky for that. think I bought like 10 of these already and have had no luck. Obviously, also when I buy these, I'm using those void traces to up the chances, you know, increase the odds that I get the rare drop. But I still haven't been that lucky. I mean, obviously, I wasn't streaming, so that's the problem. So anyway, so we'll go over to Venus. This is where Fortuna is. Fortuna is basically like this little settlement that Corpus rebels, I guess you could say. Corpus is a type of alien in this game, but some Corpus rebels decided, you know, maybe we shouldn't spend our whole lives killing people for money. That's kind of these guys' shtick. He's like, no, not me, man. No, not me. Sorry about that. These guys' shtick, the Corpus at least, is that they want basically as much money as possible. Everything to them is profit-sharing schemes, investments, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. They kind of speak my language, you know what I mean? I'm about that too, except without all the killing stuff. We don't we don't harm other people while you make money, but these guys do. The Corpus do. These guys, though, is like a little coalition of people, Corpus people that are like, actually, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't just be killing people. Maybe instead we should be saving people from these insane corporations. So Utico is kind of like the leader of this little outfit, as far as I can tell. And he lets you do, or she, I don't know if Corpus actually have, you know, male or female parts. Anyway, you can choose the bounty that you want, and each of these has a different level that you get. The higher the level, the more reputation. So this one says at the top, 100 to 100. Man, she just keeps talking, huh? Okay, she's done. So, levels in the upper right-hand corner on this is 100 to 100, so this is going to be very tough even for me. And then, but you get 5,000 rep. You can get only a certain amount of daily standing with each faction based on your master rank per day. And actually, our thing is maxed right now. So we won't get any reputation if we do this. So before we do that, maybe we should look at our our standing, see if we can rank up. So we do have debt bonds for people. I guess that's kind of like the thing that they desire the most. Debt bonds, obviously, I'm assuming, are like slave contracts, right? So we have to get more of these. I think, yeah, so we can get these medical debt bonds. We're missing 2 of them. I guess we could get it from, well, we could do bounties, of course, but we're going to lose out on the reputation. Or we can purchase them from Ticker. So I'm going to go see if Ticker can give us 2 medical debt bonds. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that, but we'll see. So you can fast travel. Once you've unlocked a talk to every person, you'll be able to fast travel to whomever you want. So we're going to look at the Ticker.
Well, here comes hope for the hopeless.
And we're looking for debt bonds. Okay, so the top part is the cost, and then the bottom is what it's going to give us. So we are looking for the medical debt bonds, and he doesn't have any.
We all do is check back in a little bit.
All right, so what we'll have to do is do a bounty then. Might as well. That's what we came out here for anyway, but we won't get any rep, sadly. We need to find, there it is, medical debt bonds. So we'll do the lowest level one that gives us medical debt bonds. Looks like it's this one. So we'll go and protect the innocent. And then you just walk over to this little gate here, the airlock. It's also an elevator. And Utico knows what's going on with this mission. So she'll, he, she, it will keep us informed about what's going on here. Now, this is the open world zone called Valis? Yeah, Valis. So what you can do, you can pull up your little gear wheel here. This is where you can launch any of your, gears that you have. We can summon our Necromech, but we can also get in our Arcwing. This Arcwing is cool because you can just fly around. This is a good way of getting to where the mission is fast. Because obviously it's an open world zone, right? So you definitely want to fly around fast in order to stay with the team. So it looks like here on the left-hand side, it always tells you what kind of thing that you're trying to do with your mission. So here, we're just trying to defend. Pretty easy. What I did here was I put down my Frost Globe. This is Frost's ability 3, and what it does is it creates like a little area around here where bullets can't come in. Look at this kind of bug. My character is trying to pick this stuff up repeatedly. That's not supposed to happen. That's kind of annoying. Okay, there we go. Just shoot a few shots and reload and let him pick up. I don't know why it did that. It wasn't supposed to. Normally, the game will only try to pick up things that you actually need, right? So, let's see if I can find some stuff. I was able to pick up basically all that, but I didn't pick up this orange thing because this is secondary weapon ammo. I don't need any secondary weapon ammo. I haven't used any. So normally this is what it would look like. Like a mini pet but ammo? What are you talking about? Oh yeah, the purple ammo. It's like a mini pet, yeah. It was a very annoying pet because it was making the clicking noise repeatedly, but yeah, basically like a pet. Yeah. Yeah, it's not supposed to do that. That was definitely a bug. I don't think I've seen that one yet. So anyway, and then these are the red globes are health ones. Obviously, we're at full health, so those don't matter. And then the blue orbs are the energy ones. So. That's pretty much it. Like I said, the game will just leave everything on the ground until you need it. So early on, it can make a lot of sense to stick around where you have extra orbs and whatnot. But as you can see here, they're pretty plentiful. You know, as long as you're killing things fast enough, you'll get new stuff pretty easily. You know, so it's not too bad. We have to kill enemies super fast, so I'm gonna run around and try to do that as much as I can. Except I don't see anyone. And you can, yeah, fly around too on your little Arcwing as well. Pretty neat. And shoot from it just like as if you were on the ground. So, pretty OP, if you ask me. Of course, while you're up here, you can't use your regular abilities. This Arcwing that we're on actually has its own abilities. And they're kind of lackluster as far as I can tell. You can always see what the abilities are by clicking, going into your escape menu and then clicking abilities. So it looks like we can repel things. We can fire homing missiles. Let's check that out. So that's number 3. Oh, where are these things, man? So okay, so there's the missiles. Okay, those are pretty bad. I'm like sitting there firing missiles, and I could have just like tapped him, and then he's dead. So, obviously, probably your Arcwing, just like your regular Warframe, can be enhanced with improving the ability damage. So that's ability strength would improve the damage of it.
I wish you could hear this. You hit him so fast, they're blaming each other.
So you can probably enhance the damage of those missiles, but I probably wouldn't even bother, frankly. Maybe it would be good. There are actual missions in space too, where you just fly around. There is no place to set down. You're just flying the whole time, and you're equipped with like, instead of your regular weapon that you're equipped with, you're actually equipped with like this thing called an arc gun. which is so big that you need to use it in space. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. And you just mow things down. So they added quite a lot of game modes over the years. And like I said, I've been having a blast just coming back to them to see what the game has to offer. Pleasantly surprised. If I wasn't pleasantly surprised, I wouldn't be showing you the game right now. So that's all there is to it, right? What do we have to do here? We have to kill reinforcements. No problem. It's hard to spot them sometimes, honestly. Wow. That thing just blasted me upwards. That was crazy. Wow, my aim is terrible, too. If you couldn't tell, I'm not an FPS player. That was always beyond me. I always like to play the FPSs, but I'm always very bad at them, too. So it's one of those love-hate relationships in video games, you know?
Let's move.
When I was younger, it was a little bit easier, you know, when all we were doing was playing Call of Duty, right? And it was basically just run around and use shotguns.
Our people are in that area.
At that point, it was more about, like, whether or not your reaction speed was good, less about, like, okay, how good are you at, like, spotting a single pixel, scoping in on it, and then hitting it, you know what I mean, before it hits you. So that's modern FPS stuff. Before, it was just run around the corner, click the shotgun button quicker than the other person clicks the shotgun button.
Final transmissions.
But I still do enjoy it, and Warframe is the type of game where if you're not a good shot like I am, I mean, also it's kind of hard, honestly, to hit on this Arcwing anyway, because you kind of like moves your reticle a lot. But if you're not a good shot, just like me, you can play a Warframe like Frost, for example, where, you know, I'll get off my thing. I just hit this button. There's the avalanche. Everything gets frozen. They all shatter. They take more damage from biting frost, that mod that I was showing you earlier. And I don't have to aim well because, you know, if my aim is bad, then I just carefully move it until the frozen target is right in the reticle. You know what I mean? It's easy mode. No problem at all. You just spam this button. And you get so much energy because there's energy all over the place. Look at all these blue orbs. I can hit 4 repeatedly. I can spam it all day long, probably. Just took out their dropship. Or if we'll get more streamer luck and we'll get some of these medical det bonds. We kind of need that. Picked up another star there. Oh yeah, I meant to tell you about those stars and we never did. Whoops. This game is great for my ADHD brain because there's so many things pulling me in different directions that I never... Oh, there it is! Streamer luck! Streamer luck! There's so many things pulling me in different directions that I never remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago half the time. Look at all these lights flashing all over the place. This is great. My brain never settles down at all. This thing, by the way, it just gives us focus. So you can only get a certain number of those per day. So kind of a good idea to pick them up whenever you see them. But anyway, we'll head back to Fortuna itself in order to end the bounty. We've done all of the objectives. So we just have to wait for, who is this? IVIC Chrome. Or IVI Chrome VI. IVI. Okay. I assume it's like M Chrome M, but with like extra characters. Something like that. Either way, even if he doesn't make it back in the next 30 seconds, you can see in the left-hand side, it says go to the extraction point, so in 20 more seconds, we will leave anyway, and he'll be by himself in the map, so. Very nice, very nice. Very nice that they made it so that you don't have to wait for people that are just obviously not doing what you're supposed to do, like this guy. Oh, he just made it back in time. Nope. Or yes, he did. Barely made it back in time. So he gets to leave. Yep, so we did get the medical debt bonds we were looking for. I guess we'll turn those in at Utico.
Quick geology lesson. Thermal frac, not gonna lie. We could use you.
Yep, rank up.
We can talk.
There we go. We're a doer now.
Alrighty, let's see what we have for you.
I just take the sigil every time.
And done.
Every time you rank up with a faction, you get a free thing, and for me, I just buy the sigils.
Sure.
Probably not a good idea, but so they're gonna need more medical debt bonds when we reach 70,000 to 70,000 in a while. But we got everything else, so we're good to go there as far as that goes. I'm sure we'll get 4 more medical debt bonds by the time we get 70,000. Reminder that we can only get 23,000 today, so we're looking at, well, 3 days exactly in order to get that max. And that would be if we maxed it, so probably more like 4 days, let's be honest. But yeah, so this is obviously one of the main things that I spam too. There's even some Narmer ones, which you unlock later on. And they all have different... The other cool part is each of these bounties, even though you do get different standing amounts with each of them, they also have different loot tables themselves. So there's actually also always a reason, or usually a reason at least, to go back and do some of the older missions too. Not the older ones, but the lower level ones. So obviously I don't have a Mecha Overdrive. I don't even know what a Mecha Overdrive is. This rare item at the very bottom here. Mecha Recharge. It's probably a mod, but I don't know what it is. Mecha Empowered. Yeah, these are probably all mods. But I probably don't have any of them. I might have some of them because I have been doing a lot of these bounties.
Keep your boots tight.
But anyway.
Moving on, moving on. Be lucky.
So we'll leave Fortuna for now. I might come back here in just a few minutes, but I wanted to show you guys what we can do with the cyan stars. It's pretty straightforward. You come back over here to your mods area, and there is an Iatan Treasures button in the upper right, and normally you get these things called sculptures. I don't have any right now, so I can't install them, but you can see one in the background here. It's like rotating and whatnot. You actually slot these the amber ones are the rarer ones, and then the cyan stars into the sockets. And you can actually exchange them for a resource called Endo, which is very nice to have in the game. Endo is what allows you to enhance the level of your mods. So that's all it is. But very important for powering yourself up. Looks like, yeah, we did get Precision Intensify in a recent mission. I think I did see that pop up too. I think that's a pretty good one, right? Yeah, we only have one anyway. I think they say that's actually decent on Frost.
Ready to kick bottom.
So we have Precision Intensify. This increases our ability strength, but only for our 4th ability. So the reason why I think a lot of people choose this one is because, well, your 4th ability is the one you're spamming. Right? So, if we max this thing out, 90% ability strength on the ability that we want the ability strength on. Normally, we only get 30... Or wait, that's efficiency. That's rank. Wait, we don't have any ability strength. Uh-oh. That's a problem. We didn't put any ability strength in. No wonder I was wondering, I was using my avalanche, I was like, that didn't seem to hit like I thought it would. Okay, so PSA, you should probably always consider ability strength. The cool thing is here, when you're trying to figure out what kind of mods you want to put where, you can actually click these buttons. So if we click strength, then you can see all of your mods that actually add ability strength. They might do other things too, like Blind Rage here adds ability strength, but then takes away efficiency. That's a pretty good one too. But why would we do that when we could just do 90% ability strength? We're only losing 9%, but we're getting it right where we want it. I mean, we only really want ability strength on our 4th anyway, so obviously Blind Rage is pretty nice, but Precision Intensify I think is a bit nicer for Frost Prime. So we've got to get rid of one of our mods.
Effort required to unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth the following
I don't think I've ever heard him say this one. I kind of wish I saw the full one. I wasn't sure what that one was. I don't know what he was talking about there. We don't want to get rid of Biting Frost or Icy Avalanche. And Rolling Guard and Adaptation are 2 things that allow us to survive if things get hairy. Equilibrium 2 also makes it so that we always have infinite energy. So maybe we don't really need ability efficiency. We could always take out the energy max as well, too. That would unfortunately drop us down to 150 energy, which means we could only cast Avalanche twice because we have the ability efficiency right now. You can see if we hover over it, it says it drains 70 energy at the top, the very first item. So probably what we'll want to do, we could actually also get rid of ability range too, but I don't know about that. That's kind of a nice thing to have too. We could get rid of Streamline too. That makes it so that stuff costs more, but we can keep more energy. So then we could actually hit it 3 times. Because I think this is, yeah, so we have 30% efficiency right now. So this should normally be 100. Right? So we take it off. Yeah, so it costs 100 now. I think that's probably the best one to remove. I might be wrong on that. Could be. But I think that's probably a good idea. So we'll do that for now. We'll try it out and see, obviously. That's most of the fun of the game, I think, right? Is just messing around, seeing what kind of options you have, and then going from there. So, anyway, I'm going to head back and do... Well, we could try to do an alert as well. I actually really like doing, well, these things are called arbitrations. These are really nice to do, because you get this very nice Vitus Essence, so that's cool. I also like doing these, what's called a Kuva Flood. You see this icon is a little bit different from the regular ones. This is a resource called Kuva, which is nice for doing something later on in the game with Rivens. But this one's called a Kuva Flood, and the reason why I like doing it is with these regular Kuva missions, you have a chance of getting a Requiem Relic. With this Kuva Flood, you get a Requiem Relic. So no matter what, you get something out of it. And these Requiem Relics, this is a great way, from me to you, this is a great way of getting Platinum. So what you do is you go in here, hopefully other people, well, I guess other people don't need to spawn, but you go in here, you get the Requiem Relic, and then you crack it in what's called, I think, I don't know, like a Requiem Fissure or something like that. Requiem, it's a different Requiem mission to crack it open. But inside these things, there's a mod that you can use that people actually pay a lot of money for. So that's what I've been selling mostly.
There are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search the
You can also loot these lockers too. Sometimes they have like stars in them and whatnot.
None of the scanners have detected you.
Hives remaining. So we have to go and kill hives, apparently, on the left-hand side. That's the main objective. And you could also find resources on the left here like that. It can be helpful when you're starting out to do that, but for the most part, people play the game in such a way that they just loot stuff by killing things. You know, they don't go around really and open things anymore. I think I sell them for around 12 of the premium currency a pop if you get them. So that adds up pretty fast, honestly. But it depends. The market is there, and it's not sometimes, you know. So you have to kind of do that mini game as well. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll probably do a full run of that, so you can see kind of where I'm going with all this. This is my personal favorite. Oh, I forgot. We have to destroy this hive. So, yeah, there are definitely other ways of getting platinum, and probably, honestly, there are probably better ways too. But just coming back to the game over the past like 3 weeks or something like that, I found this is a very nice way of getting some platinum. People do seem to consistently buy them for 10 to 12. So obviously, if you're trying to get the most amount of money, let's be real. You know, you want 12, of course. So you want to sell when other people aren't selling. So it comes down to one of those, you know, how much are you willing to no life the game type factor. like me. So. Oh, that's the noise of the Kuva cloud thing. So someone else is dealing with it, luckily. You can see now on the left-hand side there's a captured Kuva section, and there are 4 braids that have to be destroyed from this machine that these evil people use to extract Kuva. We don't want them to have the Kuva. We want the Kuva. You know, it's kind of like space oil, if you will. If any of you guys have been watching what we did in Venezuela over there, I'm a United States citizen, so I'm all for all our military operations personally. But let's be honest, guys. It wasn't because we wanted to help out Venezuela, all right? There was oil over there. All right, so we killed all the tumors. The hive is now exposed. That guy stabbed it. Cool. That hive is gone now. That's basically what we have to do 3 times.
That worked. Your operator form is key.
Someone sped me up, so I'm like flying right now. It's too fast sometimes. I don't know where I'm going. Where are we going? We need to get over here somewhere. Okay, we're going this way, I guess. Okay, cool. Sometimes, yeah, the icons get a bit confusing. Like where am I supposed to go? You know, not very easy to tell sometimes. All right, they broke the Kuva siphon. Report for execution is a crazy line. Can you imagine? Okay, they took care of the other 2 hives. We've been busy chatting, so we weren't really helping that much.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
So let's get out of here.
There are still undiscovered supply caches in the area.
Lotus is telling us we can go wander the map if we want to get like these porpoise caches, but there are 3 of them, I guess, out there right now. But as far as I can remember, they weren't really worth doing even back in the day. So as you can see, I think most people just do not do them. Obviously, if you find one, great, you know, pick it up, but whatever, you know, you're probably not going to just by playing the mission, so. You know, so I can handle, on my account, I can pretty much handle levels 80 to 100. 100 gets a little bit dicey. I have to play pretty well, because the problem here is, although we can use our 4 to freeze everyone in the area, right? It's great. I do a lot more damage while I'm doing that. It helps a lot. But the problem is, if you don't do enough damage to kill enemies, so like beyond level 100, right? Because it definitely goes beyond level 100. What you will find is that since you're not able to kill things fast enough, or at all, really, you don't get any loot pickups, so you don't actually get any energy drops. So eventually you do just run out of energy, and then you're toast, right? So, you know, if you're trying to challenge the higher levels, at some point it goes beyond like player skill. It's like you've got to have enough damage. You know what I mean? So, because I see people run like on brand new accounts, they'll try to run these arbitrations, you know, and they just started the game like last week, right? So they don't have any power. So they end up like dragging the game down because they kind of they just kind of like follow other players just to stay alive. And obviously they do it because they want this Vitus Essence. It's a good way to get more power early on, but it's one of those things where you kind of have to be you kind of don't want to screw other people, right? Because that's kind of what you're doing. When other people queue for arbitration, they expect people to hold their own, you know what I mean, at the bare minimum. So, but so here's the what did it call? It was called like maybe it's called a Requiem Fissure or something. So this is where we're gonna go now to open that relic that we just received. And this is what it looks like when we drop into a mission. Pretty sick, huh? That wasn't even us.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Obviously, this is a simple exterminate mission, so we're just going to go in there and kill a bunch of people. This is one of my favorite maps. They added this, like I said, basically around the time that I was leaving the game. I never really figured out exactly how Kuba worked and all that stuff back in the day, but I think I did a couple of these missions. I think actually it's what made me quit the game, because I'm like, dude, this place is so cool. Like, look at this epic fortress that we're fighting in. But, dude, I was so underpowered for that. It was not even funny. I was not able to do these missions by themselves. I was the leecher that I was just describing. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's like, it's not fun, number one, and then it's not fair to other people. And at that time, in order to get more powerful, it was like, hey, you need like some super rare stuff. So I think that's what got me tired of the game, in a sense, is just because it was like, this is the only thing I can think of to do to get stronger. I mean, they didn't have those bounties or open world areas. They didn't have necromechs or anything like that, or void ships. That's another cool thing they added in this game, which I can showcase as well. I really like those missions a lot. But they didn't have all these other different systems where you could go about trying to get stronger. Like, I think they did have dailies, but obviously that was a grind too. I mean, you can only do one a day. If you don't get anything good, well, all right, come back tomorrow. You know what I mean? So they did a really good job, I think, of giving players like a lot of different things to do, a lot of different things to grind and do in this game now. Very good. And they made it so that the ridiculously rare resources that you spent all your time, farming in the olden days, right? Because basically that's all you do is you would queue like regular missions, not void missions or anything like that. You'd queue specific regular missions on certain planets just so you could get like a little bit of like rubitos, like what I was saying. That was the one that always stuck out to me the most. It was like, well, I guess I need 10,000 rubito. And this mission might spawn like 100 if I can find it, So you had to like run around the whole map just looking for a beat. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. But that's what the game was about back then. It was just a run around, shooter looter type game. And for that in and of itself, it's pretty fun. But it does get old after a while. I find in this game, it hardly ever gets old. Usually I end up playing for 8 or 9 hours straight, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go do something else, but I could probably play more if I wanted to, But it's like, I gotta have a life at some point. I don't really have a life, let's be honest, but, I gotta at least, take a shower and stuff. Pretend like I'm a human. Go get food. do maybe a chore or two. Right? But you could definitely no-life this game, for sure, if you were about that. I like how they basically just did the whole mission. I'm just running to the exit now. So yeah. These are the things right here. So in this case, we pulled Kra and Fass, or Fass. So you can choose one of those two. I'll do Kra. It doesn't matter really. I think I have both. They all wanted Fass. Whatever. So these, yeah, they go for, as far as I can tell, yeah, basically around 10 to 12, but you have to see what the market's looking like. There's a site called Warframe.market that exists. I think it's against TOS, by the way. Maybe I shouldn't have said it out loud for the game, but I think they quietly condone it. Basically, I think as long as whatever you're doing on Warframe Market, as long as you don't take it to them, like any problems that you get while using it, they probably don't care. I mean, you know, it's just, all it does really is it allows you to connect buyers and sellers for various items. And, I mean, they let you freely trade platinum for quite a few things in the game. Most things, I think, really. There are very few things where you have to spend IRL money for. So, so usually what I'll do is I'll list those when I'm like just chilling, you know, not doing anything in particular. And usually what you do is you go to your dojo, so I'll show you that, and you invite people into your squad in order to trade with them. So that's normally how it works. This is the dojo here. We got a little ascension altar right here to level up the. This is what levels up the dojo. You can only level it up, obviously, if you've done a certain number of things. But yeah, you invite people, and then to come into your dojo, and then you can activate this little trading post thing that you build, and you can trade with them on the spot. So very nice, pretty convenient. I don't think it was really that convenient at all when I first started playing. I mean, I doubt Warframe.market existed. I mean, maybe it did, and I just didn't know about it, but I don't think it was very easy at all. You pretty much had to use, so you can hit T to bring up your chat menus here. I think you pretty much had to use trading chat, and as you can tell, this is kind of, I mean, look at how ridiculous this is. Good luck trying to use this trading chat at all, right? I mean, people are just spamming here. They're selling probably a lot of nice things, right? The numbers are the amount of platinum after each item. So we could apparently get Caliban Prime for 70 platinum. That actually sounds pretty good. Volt Prime for 80, that would be nice too. I've been trying to get that without spending platinum, but you know, sometimes it's just easier to drop the platinum for it, right? Potentially. So anyway. Yeah, good luck using this. And it was even worse, I think, back in the day, too. It was just like a stream nonstop, so I don't know. Like, you almost... Maybe there's a way of pausing it. Like, is there even a way of pausing it? I don't think there's even a way to pause it. So, hopefully you're a good reader. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, we'll tab off of that because that's annoying. Anyway, yeah, the dojo construction is pretty cool. You can build your own base. So right here we have an elevator that comes off of our main hall there. And now we can go down here. And this is where we have our reactors. I'm actually redesigning my dojo right now. So you've got this cross connector hallway right here. And then what you do is with these cross connectors, they're just long enough to where you can just build reactors side by side. So on the left and right side here, we build reactors. And then over here, we can build another cross connector. I think we could do that right now, right? Yep. So you can just place the cross connector down. It gives you a little preview on the right-hand side of what it looks like. And then, yep, you hit X to collect the materials for it. I think my dojo already has quite a lot of them because I'm redesigning everything. So I actually already had this built. So it's not going to use my forma. It's going to use the clan's forma because the clan already has the forma. So we'll just hit contribute all anyway. And there it goes. So now we have to wait 12 hours. Okay, we're not actually going to do that, though. We're going to go do other stuff. This is what a reactor looks like, but you need... these reactors provide energy to the dojo, and you'll need that to actually expand and add more rooms and all that jazz. So they kind of recommend, and this is why I'm rebuilding the whole area, is they recommend having a lower level like the one that we just went down to that is just full of reactors. Like, just reactors. As far as the eye can see, it's just reactors, you know? So we're going to have all of our reactors down here, but it's going to take a while because we have to wait 12 hours. Panther's playing around in there, but yeah. Going to have to wait 12 hours no matter what. I don't even think there's a way to rush it. Normally in this game, you can spend... if you've got cash, if you've got crazy cash, you don't mind spending it on the game, you can rush a lot of things in the game. To rush the construction of things along, but I am not that eager whatsoever. Eventually, I'll be able to build like a nice grand hall of some kind. Maybe even this galleon chamber. Oh, it's a Grenier ship. Or, ooh, an Orican and Trotty audience chamber. We could probably build that right now, actually. It says we have enough capacity. I think. Yeah, because it's going to add 200 capacity. And it's going to cost 2 energy, and we have 47 with those reactors. So I think we could build the Orican and Trotty hall. Look at that. It's so big, it doesn't even show the preview for it. I mean, that looks pretty good to me. I don't know. What do you think? Clan Grandest Hall? Or a Grand Hall? I don't really know about the... Can I just look up, like, 6 doors? No. Doors? No. Hall. The Inspiration Hall. Yeah, this would be if you wanted to design your own thing. I'm not really a designer. Starlight Market. Corpus Market Hall. That's actually kind of sick, too. What was it? Yeah, Entrati Audience Chamber. I kind of like the Entrati. I'm going to do the Entrati Audience Chamber. And the game has to reload. It's a big building. Looks pretty interesting. Okay, so let's contribute all to that. That one's going to take a day. Drat. Panther doesn't want to go in that room. He'll let me go first. It's very kind of you. Oh. Nope. Never mind. Stupid mutt. Alright, let's get out of here. I just wanted to queue those too. Because as you can tell, it's a waiting game. So we're not doing anything special there. It's queue, wait, queue, wait, queue, wait. Later on, especially after we have that hall built, we could actually build some labs again. And in those labs, you can actually research. You can research and build prototypes of like new weapons and whatnot, which, like I said, is very important for getting your master rank up. We're about this white bar right here is the master rank, so we're not quite halfway to rank 16. So that's decent. Like I said, it's like mid game, right? It's nothing to write home about. So. We also do have, later on you do unlock this thing called a railjack, which is pretty sweet. This is your fully powered and operational Star Destroyer, right? So you're going to move around in like a spaceship. I've been doing a lot of these. I have a lot of fun, so I'm going to do one right now. This one is pretty easy. It's just an exterminate with the railjack, it says. We're going to be dealing with about level 40 Corpus.
Did you hear that? It said...
And then,
cosmic background radiation is a riot.
it does say it requires Intrinsics 5, which I think means that you need to have level 5 Intrinsics for all categories. I can show you what that looks like afterwards, but we're just going to get right into it. Someone might join us. They may not. you're able to hire crew members. So, you know, if you're playing a mission and you don't have any other players in the lobby, it'll make it so that you always have at least 4 people in the game anyway. And that's really important for the Railjack in particular. It's not for pretty much any other mission, but for the Railjack missions in particular, it's nice because there are a lot of different things to man. So it's kind of nice to have a person that will go onto your ship and repair things. So they'll just automatically, like if the hull has a breach, you know, or there's a fire or something, they'll go around and fix that for you. So you don't have to waste your time fixing things. You can also have a gunner, so someone will go on one of these turrets. They'll actually like dive into like this dorsal turret right here, or maybe even the ventral turret right there, and shoot things down for you. You could even have someone command the ship itself. Like if you want an NPC to pilot your ship, you can do that too. I mean, I haven't tried that, so I don't know how well it works. We also have our forward artillery here. This is for blowing up cruise ships. Hopefully we can showcase that one here too in a moment. But there's more to this ship too. I don't know exactly what this thing is, but it's kind of creepy. It's a reliquary drive.
You behold an absence.
Yeah.
Describe it.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Describe it. You know what I mean? This thing is kind of weird. It just makes weird noises. I don't really know what it does.
Full on scope. Small. Clear it out.
Missile on scope. Okay, so we're in the mission now. Before we were just porting. Alright, so now we're going to move in towards the Corpus Pillar, apparently. And then as you can see, we have our health in the top. Shields. So shields are up right now. There's a side objective down there that we could do, but eh. Pretty neat. Yeah, you can just kind of float through space. I don't think these small rocks will hurt you. The big rocks obviously will if you try to ram into them. Oh, down here, we have to disable this target. We also have to destroy 2 cruise ships, it says, which shouldn't be too bad. The other cool part about the Railjack is you can equip... You can basically get new gear. We'll probably get some in this mission too. You can get new guns, new shields, new engines. You know what I mean? So it gives you the full-on like Star Trek vibe with this. It's a pretty cool alternate game type. I really like. If I ever get like kind of bored of the regular game type, I just come in here and do like a quick mission, and just be a space fighter. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of vibe. So we need to kill these cruise ships. So I'm gonna blast this thing. Fire torpedoes. There's a fire apparently on deck right now somewhere, but I think we should have our guy to repair it.
I have suffered a serious injury.
Here's our forward artillery. We're just gonna blast this thing. My favorite part. That thing's gone. We should probably revive... Oh, okay, someone did.
I want more firepower out there. Launch one of our cruise ships.
Aid me ere I breathe my last.
I don't think this guy knows kind of what's going on. He's probably just confused, honestly. Maybe there are people on deck. Is that what's going on here? Oh, yeah. Okay. So someone boarded us. That can happen. We were definitely boarded. Yep. I didn't even hear it, so it's my bad. Okay, yeah, we're being swarmed. We're being shot down. We need to get away from this Corpus Pillar because it's got a lot of cannons on it, so they're blasting us.
Tether power plant. Amplify field resonance. Boost all shields.
Get rid of some of these fighters. The game will probably spawn more. Actually, this is a cruise ship right here. We're going to go down to that because we do need to take out one more cruise ship. Fire torpedoes point blank into them. Maybe not the best of ideas.
Launch ram sleds.
Okay, we overheated. Gotta chill out for a moment. There we go. He's fully disabled. We'll get off the helm,
Is packing explosives.
move down to forward artillery, and do my favorite part. Hold to power up. Yeah!
Blinker on scope. Abandoned.
Alright.
We need heavy ordnance. Fire torpedo.
The other thing we have to do is apparently disable this priority target. So the cool thing as well, if you don't even really want to be a part of the whole railjack thing, you can just leave the ship.
Fires. Alert.
Just like that, and then you're in your Arcwing. This is the heavy gun, by the way. But we need to get in here and do this.
Give all shields as much charge as they will bear. I want that tether power plant working overtime.
Is someone in here already? No, I think that's someone outside. So we've got to hack a terminal. And then,
Intercept enemy.
is that it? Oh, okay, we have to defend it. That's fine. We'll just put down our frost globe and should be fine. This frost globe also, I believe, slows people and chills people that come in here too. So even if someone just walks in and tries to melee this thing, they're going to do it very slowly. I find for most defense missions, just putting down a frost globe right on the point that you're defending, at least for frost, you know, is enough to just completely negate their ability to deal with it, you know. All right. So we did the thing. Now we can hack this terminal.
Secondary access codes encountered. Need more time. Hull breached. Venting ammo. Situation critical.
Okay, so right now we might have to leave because our railjack is being destroyed. I don't know if anyone's gonna repair it or not.
That hull breach immediately.
Uh-oh. Can we leave even? Uh-oh. We might be in trouble. I think our...
Breach sealed.
Okay, good. Luckily, someone was on board and repaired it. That's the only problem, I think, with the railjack missions is sometimes people will join your crew and you know what I mean? And then your automatic repair guy will disappear. And they won't know that you have to repair yourself. So... and then obviously you lose if you're not on board. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just stay on my ship, you know, just to be on the safe side if we get other, you know, 3 other people in here, which is what we have. Because all your NPCs go away. Every time a person spawns in, one of your NPCs goes away. And anyway. All right, well, I guess we did... I guess we did all the objectives we need to do besides approaching this Corpus Pillar.
Locking on to their signature. Firing.
Okay. We'll just try to be under the ship. Maybe we won't get hit by torpedoes as often while we leave the railjack. And head up here, I suppose. There it is. Yep, so now we have to wait, but we will start the main mission in 20 seconds, which is pretty cool. So you do all that space stuff, and that race, basically, we just disabled all of their external defenses and capabilities. And then that's what lets us board the main vessel in this area, which is what we're doing right now. And I think we're just going to end up exterminating people, which is always fun, right? A little bit of genocide never hurt anyone.
Lotus on the line. Handing off. Crew.
So we got to kill 106 people. This guy's moving like a wild man. So are we, apparently. I actually don't really like Volt, to be honest. Maybe my brain can't handle the speed or something, but like this is ridiculous. I'm not sprinting at all right now. This is just my walk speed because of There it is, because of Volt.
Prevent the Tenno from
I guess it's nice if you get used to it, but
at once.
it's a very unsettling if you're not prepared for it, I will say that. Especially on another Warframe I'm about to show off here as well. One of my other favorite new things that they added to this game, a particular Warframe in particular, that is, that I did not have when I first played. It definitely didn't exist either. So it's new to me, but not new to the game. Not by any means the latest Warframe or whatever. I think as far as I could tell, someone mentioned that they release a new Warframe about every 3 months, so about every quarter they have a new Warframe. I thought it was pretty good cadence. Surprised they have that many ideas, frankly, because they, like I said, they already have like probably like 50 frames or something, right? Eventually, you're gonna have to really reach through the list of ideas in order to come up with stuff. What are we doing here? There we go. They're just taking a while to unlock it. Oh, we are actually going down here. So yeah, you can do a lot of, if you really want to move fast and you don't have Volt, you can just do a lot of this like rolling. Like this is basically just me spamming like the control slide and then jump maneuver. That's what this is right here. But then in addition to this, you can also do a double shift to roll, and that makes you go very fast as well. Obviously right now we got the Volt speed buff going right now, so we're really flying if we do any of that stuff, but you can definitely move pretty fast. You know, even if you just if you just learn those like specific movement options that you have available to you. Rolling is really good for my character too, because it gives me a short duration where I'm invulnerable. I can't take any damage due to a certain mod called Rolling Guard, which is nice. Definitely recommend that mod if you don't have it. That one might cost you a penny, but maybe you could look up how to get it yourself too. But I just bought it. Maybe I did farm for it. I can't remember. But it's a pretty nice one. Definitely also a new mod too. So they added a lot of mods which so in the past with Warframes, you would have to build armor, shield capacity, health capacity. You know, you'd have like 4 slots dedicated to survivability. And nowadays, I feel like on some frames even you can get away with like 1. You know what I mean? Maybe even 0, frankly. Survivability mods. So there's a lot of different options out there now for you. But I mean, I think even right now on Frost, we only have Rolling Guard and Adaptation as our 2 like defensive mods, so to speak. And we're able to get away with that because of the Avalanche giving us Overguard. So I guess technically you could count that as your 3rd defensive mod, but it's a lot cooler than like adding more health and shields. So, you know, I mean, it's different, and I think it's better too. Like I definitely feel a lot tankier now than I was in the past. So anyway, now that we're done with that mission, we did it. I'm going to go back to the dry dock, which is basically like my saying like, hey, I'm done, you know. Looks like everyone else agreed, which is kind of weird. Usually people leave the squad, but I don't know. Maybe they were also done.
Another job well executed.
Who knows, right? And then obviously the Railjack missions have their own unique loot to find as well, including Railjack mods, which are these. They got the little like gray stuff on the sides and top there to let you know. I think, yeah, Ticor plates, titanium. I'm pretty sure all of that is Hexanon even. Pretty sure all that's specific. We did actually get a nice new armor piece. This might be better than what I have currently. So I don't know why you queue at the dry dock and it actually takes you out of the game entirely. I don't know why it doesn't go to the dock. So we're just gonna go to the Crimea relay over here. This Saturn relay has a dry dock station for railjacks, so we can go over here and customize our railjack as we see fit. You can also skip the cinematic too. It takes a while, so that's why I do that. Anyway, you can come down here to the dry dock, configure a railjack, and here you can set up exactly whatever you want. Actually, it looks like we do already have that plating on. So currently we get 4,024 hull and then 3,286 armor. We could inspect this though just to see if the roll is a bit better. So you can inspect it. And then we'll hit continue because we don't know if we actually want to use it or not. Apparently we have 2 of them. Okay, so we'll look at both. This one gives us a little bit more hull but less armor. That's not probably a good trade. I feel like you probably want armor over hull. This one does the same. So I think we'll scrap both of these. And you can luckily scrap these for endo, which is super good. Definitely recommend that. And then all these are like lower level ones that we will scrap. Okay, I guess you can't scrap those for endo or something. Yeah, that's definitely... So the Mark, see how it says Mark III and then Mark II down here? That's how I automatically knew that those were lesser. I'm pretty sure the Mark number is, you know, the strength rating, if you will. So kind of knew those would be bad in general. But yeah, you can customize the engines. We got nice Mark III engines. Still haven't found a new shield array, except for now. I guess we do have some finally. So I guess we'll inspect these. We have a Lavon Mark II, a Vidar Mark II, and a Zetki Mark II. So I guess we get to see all the differences. Vidar Mark II. Guess we'll inspect them all and just see what kind of options we have. So here we can get more shield capacity and then shield regeneration delay. That's huge too. So shields only come back. Obviously your shields get used first, but shields only come back if you're not taking any fire. So and then what this means is that like you have to not take fire for, I don't know, like 3 seconds or something like that. 3 or 4 seconds before shields will start to recharge again. And so what this does is it reduces the delay by 2 seconds. That's actually pretty nice. Nearly 2 seconds. It also gives us another 205 points of shield capacity. So this one gives us a little bit more shield capacity, but the shield regeneration delay is way lower. So I'm going to scrap that piece. Same thing there. I kind of like this Zetki shield array here. This one it looks like leans more on the side of shield capacity and less on shield regeneration. Yeah. So this one gives us more shields at a much slower delay, but I kind of like the delay reduction. So I'm going to scrap. Make sure I'm clicking the right one, yeah. I'm going to scrap all of these, and then we can actually repair, which requires us to contribute resources, and it'll repair it in 12 hours. Everything in Warframe takes at least 12 hours, all right? So if you're expecting to become like super big overnight, not going to happen. We already have a pretty good reactor. So we're going to scrap this thing. And then, of course, we also have armaments. We still haven't had a new torpedo launcher, so our torpedoes are kind of weak. But I really do like my Vidar Carcinox Mark III. I've tried quite a few of the different weapons out there, and these things are fire. Pun intended. But anyway, I'll deal with the rest of that later. You can also equip mods. Like I said, the Railjack has its own integrated mods, battle mods. So these are like battle tactics that you can equip, and then also tactical mods themselves. Still waiting for a tactical mod with that symbol, but Anyway, I don't really use the tactics that often. I don't even have any of them enhanced, as you can see here. Phoenix Blaze is pretty sick. I might actually enhance this thing. But I never really use them, frankly. I probably should. I mean, some of these are pretty nice. Like, I mean, breathes the railjack and fire, increasing turret damage and speed sounds pretty good. Enhance that right now. See how much it costs. That's a lot of endo. Let's do like rank 6 for now. Yeah, that's fine. Normally, when you increase the rank of a mod, it actually increases the cost of the mod too. And right now we're at 0 of 67 capacity. So what we could do is we could free up some capacity by adding what's called a forma. So if you notice, sometimes we have like green symbols for the mods. So like this is costing us 6, and it's got this little like V symbol in the upper right hand corner. I can't exactly mouse over because it expands and then contracts, but you kind of see it, right? 6 and then the V. Well, normally this would cost us 12. The green means it's being halved right now. And the way that we have that is by putting a polarity on a certain slot. So right here, I really like this turret damage mod, and it costs us 15. It costs us 15 mod capacity, right? And we're at 0, so we can't enhance any of our other stuff. So if we wanted to, we could do an action on here and do what's called polarization. We have to choose the forma, of course, and it asks us what mod slot we want to polarize. I moved the Hyperstrike over here because I kind of like to keep my polarizations nearby, but you can actually already see the current polarizations. So this mod that was costing us 6 over here is actually costing us 12 normally, and it already has that V on there. We're also going to add the V here as well because we've got Hyperstrike here. Right now it costs us 15, but if we apply that, it now costs us 8. The game did also remove Warhead because we don't have the mod capacity to equip it yet. Because when you reset it back to when you do the polarization on anything in Warframe, it drops the level of in this case, the railjack's level is now 0 again. So if we want to get our capacity back up to 57, I think it was, we're going to have to level it up again, basically. So that's what that means. So you do kind of have to keep an eye on your mods periodically. You also do get intrinsics, so you can rank these things up. It basically improves like the various aspects of your ship. We have 131 intrinsics. I've just been keeping everything at the same level, so I'm just going to move tactical up to 7. And then as you can see here, it says all of the different things we've acquired. Boost, vector maneuver, vector evasion. I'm sure I could look into each of those if I wanted to know exactly what they were, but I'm assuming they are just various like aspects that improve your overall railjack mission efficiency, right? Command is pretty important earlier on so you can actually gain additional crew members. So when you're first starting out, I definitely recommend command and then engineering probably in order to make sure that you keep your ship repaired when it comes under fire. Like I said, you can also hire crew. These are just the 3 regular guys that we picked up. They also do level a little bit with your command rank. So you do get extra trait slots, so you can specialize them for things like Nimarethor is our engineer. He has the max rank of 5 on repair. So he actually is 50% better at repairing things. So that's cool. This guy's our fighter. He's, I think he's a fighter, right? This is, wait, what? Combat? Yeah, combat. So, yeah, normally this guy would take care of enemies on the like enemies that board, right? And then we also have 4 in, I think that's defense, like endurance defense. So everyone kind of gets a little bit defense, at least for me. I put defense on pretty much everyone else. So this guy, all he does is he stays on board the ship, defends the ship if there's anyone that boards. Gunner, this guy is maxed gunnery, so he will board like one of those turrets and then shoot for you from one of those turrets. So pretty nice. Obviously, you can always customize the look of your railjack too if you want to, but it's a beaut, isn't it? Look at how big that thing is. Normally, you play from what's called the orbiter, and it's just like this tiny capsule that floats in space. So when they added this railjack thing when I came back, I was like, man, this is definitely one of the cool additions to the game for sure. It takes you a while to unlock it. I think it took me a few days of grinding and farming and whatnot, but not too bad. Not too bad for that one. So that's what the space missions look like. Pretty fun, I think. Probably one of my favorite aspects of the game when I came back to it. But, you know, Frost is cool and all. I've been having a lot of fun with him, but actually, there's a new Warframe that I really like playing that I picked up recently called Titania. This creature, whatever you want to call it, this Warframe really, actually has his own, or has her own built-in weapons. So we have what's called the Dex Pixia, which is like a couple of pistols, and then we also have the Dewata, which is a melee weapon that really sucks. But anyway, the Dex Pixia here, this is the reason why you do this. I don't have any crazy mods here, frankly. A new player could probably get all of these mods in, I don't know, like maybe a week of playing. Nothing special here whatsoever. And so even with just super basic mods, and we're doing radiation, so that's when you combine a heat mod and an electricity mod, so we get radiation is heat and electricity. And radiation does more damage to sentient murmur people, less to oricans. But what it does is it allows me to confuse things too. So I kind of like it. It might not be the best. I might even play with something else. Like maybe we could do... I kind of don't want to do Blast. Blast is fire and frost. That can be good in some scenarios, but... the Gamma Core? Maybe we should... let's see, Deep Freeze. Let's enhance a different one to max. So we could do... Oh, right. So we'd have to move the heat over here. So we could do Deep Freeze over here. Cold and heat would create Blast. Blast deals 30% of base damage after 1.5 seconds as an explosion. I guess if you do stack it 10 times, so if you hit something 10 times, the stacks deal their damage simultaneously to enemies within 5 meters. So it kind of does give you a little bit of AoE. This actually might not be bad, honestly, for Titania. Because what you'll see here is we don't really have a whole lot of AoE on this creature at all. But we do a lot of single target damage. So let's try it out. I've never tried it. Let's try it out. I always kind of thought it would be bad, but now that I'm thinking about it more, maybe maybe Blast would be pretty nice for AoE. That would give us at least some damage in that front. What do I want to do? I think an arbitration would be nice. So we'll do an arbitration. These missions kind of suck for Titania, though, for a very particular game reason, which I'll talk about. But anyway, what Titania does mostly is she flies around in her fairy form. You engage that whenever you hit your 4, like this. So now we're super small. We fly around instead of doing the parkour stuff. So this is a pretty interesting choice, I think, if you're new to the game, too, to pick up, because, I mean, you know, if you're, like, really slow, you don't want to slow other people down when you're doing heavy missions. You can just kind of flit around on this creature right here and just shoot your Dex Pixia. You don't even have to have good weapons. You can do crazy damage. I mean, look at that. That's, like... I'm not running anything crazy here. You can just equip basic stuff, have a little bit of ability strength, which does enhance that. That's That's, I think, the reason why you might want to consider this particular Warframe if you're a new player, is because it stacks the damage of these pistols in my flying form stacks both the mods on Dexpixia matter, but then also Titania's ability strength is a raw multiplier on all of your damage, because Dexpixia is a weapon that's only available for use through an ability. It's through our ability rank, our ability 4. So the more ability strength you have when you engage your 4 like this, the more ability strength you have, the stronger your Dexpixia will be. So I think it's really fun, personally. I actually have a lot of fun just zipping around here. Nothing can really hit me. Titania has a couple different means that she can, like, defend herself. I think she automatically has, like, a 50% chance or something to just not take a bullet. So even if someone's aiming at me right now, there's a 50% chance that the bullet just doesn't actually connect, which is pretty cool. I think that's how it works. You can also use your 2 ability and then kill the thing that you used 2 on. I don't think it worked that time. Let's try it again. You hold 2, yep, to cast it, and now you see on the right-hand side it's like 116 seconds counting down. I just activated Thorns, and she has like 4 different ones, but Thorns in particular makes it so that while you have the Thorns buff, you take 50% less damage, period. So, so even in addition to, you know, having a chance not to be hit, period, right? You can also engage extra damage reduction when you need it via Thorns. If that wasn't enough, you can also hit 1, or hold down 1, and it causes everyone, or every enemy around you to flutter around like that, like this, and they're completely disabled, basically. I'll do it again. Okay, it didn't work because, let's see, I think there's an arbitration drone around here somewhere, right? Okay, let's see. Try it again. Yeah, they just kind of like fall to the ground, you know? Pretty nice. Using this ability also makes it so that you're immune to status effects. So every damage over time ability in this game, basically, comes from a status effect, like heat, electricity, toxin. All that stuff does damage to you, but it only does damage to you while you have the status effect on you. So if you get hit by a status effect and you're like, oh, well, I might die, you know, I guess I should get that off. So hold down 1, boom, it's gone. And it only costs you like 4 or something. Not 4, but like 10 energy or something crazy. So we gotta kill this arbitration drone. Okay, there we go. The reason why arbitration kind of sucks, I would say that's probably the one thing I don't really like using Titania for, is this mission type, is since your Dexpixia here gets modified by your ability strength and whatnot, because it gets that bonus from Titania's ability strength, it also does count as an ability. Even though it's like a pistol that you mod, right? It's a pistol that you mod. It does count as an ability for all purposes, which helps you, you know, for the ability strength, of course, but then it also hurts you because these stupid arbitration drones do not take any ability damage. So in order for me to kill them, the arbitration drones, that is, I have to go out of my flight form, shoot it with a regular weapon, and then go back into my flight form like that. Otherwise, I have to wait for other people to deal with it. So that's kind of a con, right? And while these arbitration shield drones are there, I can't do any damage. Well, I can do... No, I don't think I can do any damage, right? Yeah, I can't do any ability damage either to things that they're affecting. It's not bad, though. As you can see, I also have these like things that fly around me called razor flies. They basically go around any nearby enemies, and those razor flies, these flying things, will deal slash damage. Those can, for some reason, actually hit the arbitration drone. So if I'm patient, I can just let them do that right there, and I can just stay out of sight. And then when it's gone, then I can deal with them. It's a little bit slower though, so it's just kind of a nuisance. But I mean, look how much damage I'm doing though. You know what I mean? Like some of these hits are doing like 30,000, and like I said, I do not have good mods. I'm sure there's way better ways. You know, way more power that I could add on. You know, to this Warframe to become like ridiculous. Anyway, it looks like they're extracting, and I've been chatting this whole time, so we got to get out of here. I thought I saw a cyan star, but I guess we're just gonna go. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere back there. We're just gonna leave though.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Oh, this is an arbitration. We shouldn't be leaving anyway, but I guess they're all leaving, so whatever. We'll leave. It's fine by me. You can only do an arbitration once every hour. The mission cycles every hour, and what it does is it buffs a certain Warframe and a certain set of weapons. So a lot of people will queue for the arbitration that has like an OP Warframe tied to it, right? Whoever that is over there, they're probably going to lose.
Another job well
Someone didn't
executed.
extract, and they don't have much time.
Life support has been
Looks like we did gain one of those sculptures we were talking about, so I can show you what it looks like when you install stars into them. Whenever the exit button appears. There it is. So we come down here to our mods now. We can slot it into the Ayatan Valana structure, or sculpture. Right now it gives us 325 endo, but you can actually install stars by clicking into the slot. So if you click into this slot, it'll install an Ayatan cyan star, and it'll increase the amount of endo you can do. You can also auto-install, which automatically slots it into all of the available slots. You know, all of the stars that you have. And then now this is a fully installed sculpture. And now it's worth 1,500 endo. Yep, have a good one, Ziva Lobo. Hope it's a good day for you. And then, yep. And now that we have all of this cyan stars, cyan and amber stars slotted in here, we can now visit Maru, exchange that for 1,500 endo. It's a pretty good way of getting endo, especially early on. A single sculpture can really go a long way to ranking up a mod for you. These days, I don't need endo too much. I mean, you kind of always need endo, let's be honest. I mean, we couldn't even modify our Phoenix Blaze as much as we wanted to on our Railjack, but you can always use more, of course, but this works pretty well to get endo. And then, obviously, those arbitrations drop a ton of these sculptures. So that's another good reason to try to get strong enough to do the arbitrations. But yeah, Titania is so fun that I actually decided to buy her myself. The Titania Prime, that is. I was like, I got to stream today because I just unlocked the Prime version. So this thing is going to be pretty cool. Let's see. This is what the regular Titania looks like right now. So we'll swap over to the Titania Prime. Oh yeah, that looks sick, doesn't it? A lot of this game is obviously just what they call, I guess, fashion frame nowadays. So they've got a lot of different skins now, and obviously you can buy a lot of color palettes too. So you can really customize the whole look and feel. Honestly, I like this as is. I might make minor changes, but this definitely looks like the Fairy Queen. You know what I mean? Which is what Titania is, if you're familiar with like D&D lore at least. Obviously, I think Titania is also like mythology type stuff too, right? I know her from D&D. In D&D, she's the Fairy Queen. And clearly Warframe is going for that look too, with all these fluttering wing flap things that's attached to the frame and whatnot. And then obviously the razor flies too and whatnot. So, and obviously her fairy form on 4, right? I mean, what do they call it? Oh, they just call it Razor Wing. Okay. Well, they're probably trying to avoid IP infringement, something like that.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
First thing we're gonna do is you can go down here with actions. If you want to improve your Warframe, you can upgrade it with an Orokin reactor, sometimes called a potato, I guess. Don't ask me. Orokin reactor, though, caused the mod capacity to go from 22 to 44 instantly. So that's a big deal. I think I did already buy, this mod called Razorwing Blitz. So this is what I've been waiting for as well, to get the Prime version for. Because I didn't really have a whole lot of capacity on the base one. Razorwing Blitz is pretty cool. It allows you to... Razorwing is our fourth ability. It actually increases your flight speed while you're in there, which is kind of excessive, honestly. Like, she flies very fast, but if we wanted to fly faster, we can. But then the big thing is fire rate increase when using abilities. And I think, obviously, we'll rank this up here. So now we get 25% fire rate increase for 8 seconds when using our abilities, and it stacks 4 times. So we're going to get 100% fire rate on those Dex Pixia that we were looking at. So I expect Titania Prime to do way more damage for us than our regular Titania was. So yeah, that's Razorwing Blitz. I haven't actually looked at the rest of the... Because apparently what they do is every single ability gets its own special mod nowadays. I haven't looked at the Lantern, Tribute, and Spellbind ones yet. Might do that. Spellbind is a really good one. So we'll definitely have to look at the Spellbind mod to see if it's worthwhile. Like if it enhances our damage somehow, that would be spectacular. But I'll have to search for that online later. And so Blind Rage actually might be pretty good. This is going to cost us more. It reduces our efficiency, which means that every ability costs more. But we could probably offset that somehow. Primed Continuity might not be bad. Oh, we can't even afford that. Okay. Prime Continuity might not be bad. This gives us a lot of ability duration. But then again, it looks like we're gonna want to use abilities more often anyway. It might be a pretty good one though. We'll have to make sure that when we're playing Titania, we use her abilities more often. Spellbind, of course, Tribute. Lantern is pretty nice too. What this does is it makes one enemy invulnerable and causes them to float in the air, as you can see in the image here. And then every other enemy around that lanterned enemy will basically, like moths to a flame, right? They will just gather around the enemy and then just stare at it. So you basically, it's a good way to CC and prevent enemies from doing things. Really good for particular missions like defense and whatnot, because you can distract them and then they don't go and try to take a point, right? Defense is like a capture. No, defense is like you're guarding something. But there's also like a capture the flag mode, which I can't remember what that one's called. But anyway, there's like 4 different points. So we could probably lantern one spot and it would prevent enemies from even going into the flag area to cap it. So a good use for that too. It looks like it does do damage when it explodes. So maybe we wouldn't want primed continuity because we would want the explosion to happen more often too. Then again, it will cost us a lot with Blind Rage. I'm not sold on ability duration. Equilibrium, probably pretty nice. Always seems to be really nice, to be honest. Dreamer's Bond is probably pretty good too, but I think there's one... Yeah, so this aura right here aerodynamic, we take the whole squad, by the way, the entire squad gets the aura when it comes to Warframe auras. But aerodynamic is interesting because the squad takes less damage while airborne, gains more aim glide, and wall latch is like whatever, who cares about that. But taking less damage while airborne is, I think, interesting for us because we're always airborne. Right? I think this works like this. We might have to change the Forma slot here, but because this is giving us 25 of 49. If we did a melee guidance, that's pretty dumb. Power donation is also not good for us. Rifle amp also doesn't help. Wow, all of the swift momentum. No, that's so all of the mods that have that right polarity are all bad, I think, for Titania. Dreamer's Bond has this unique thing where it matches any polarity. So, and that's why I was thinking like maybe the first thing we should do on this thing is use a Forma on this slot just to change it to this polarity matcher. I don't know the names of them. Each of these symbols has their own name, but whatever this particular symbol is, it might not be a bad idea to change it because we're losing out on a lot of mod capacity like that. But I think it's fine for now. It's better than not having it, right? Yeah, so we're at 20 of 44. We're only adding another 5, but it's something. I think this will be pretty interesting, though. So we'll see how that goes. We can't use Rolling Guard because we're flying all the time, I think. And we don't need to remove status effects anyway. That's what you really want Rolling Guard for, is you become invulnerable, drop all your status effects. We have our own built-in way of removing status effects, so that's pretty good. Adaptation might not be bad, but then again, we're not getting hit a lot. I think that's kind of a waste too. Honestly, Titania, let's check out our regular Titania. I don't think I had defense at all, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check it out. Equilibrium, so that's, yeah, pretty good. Oh, okay, we did have shield capacity, yeah. And this one also gives you ability efficiency too. And reduced damage while airborne as well. So we're going to stack that a bit. I did forget about Boreal's Hatred. This is actually a really good one. But yeah, we didn't have anything else, did we? Just ability strength, ability duration, and ability efficiency. That's it. So maybe Blind Rage isn't the play. But I guess if maybe they would balance each other out. So let's swap back out to, where is she at? Titania Prime, there she is. Boreal's Hatred. Yeah, this is good stuff right here. Gives us, yeah, like another 200, 150-ish shields, something like that. And then the ability efficiency helps too. Is there anything else we can do for efficiency? Yeah, streamline, of course. Drains energy to stop lethal damage. That's not important for us at all. So yeah, just streamline, it looks like. So now we're basically at full, but we do have 99% extra ability strength, which is huge. And that's the other thing we're going to get is more ability strength. Could get this one. It costs 12, though, so we can't even afford it. Intensify is perfect, though. We could put it in this slot, too. Reduces the total cost of our build here. We might actually forma this thing first. Because we know we're always going to use that. But then again, I think fixing this mod slot first would be ideal. But I'm not actually entirely sure if this is the best aura. I just think it is. Because 24% damage reduction while airborne gets multiplied, I think, into... what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, 20%. So we've got 24% times 20% onto there. Obviously, it's not going to be 44%. You know, it's going to do it it's going to probably do it step by step. So it'll be a little bit less than that. But it could be something like 35 to 40% damage reduction while airborne. And I'm pretty sure she has some kind of ability. Yeah, Thorns allows us to take less damage. Yeah, okay, I see. It's right on the Razor Wing ability, so evasion 50%. So 50% less, 50% chance to avoid the damage entirely. Apparently, though, our damage vulnerability is higher, though. 100%? Is that a thing normally? I'm not sure what the damage vulnerability means. Can I, like, right-click this or Alt? Control? Something? I kind of want to dive into that to see what they mean exactly by damage vulnerability, but that's fine. This is going to cost us more energy per second because we're doing Blind Rage. I'm starting to wonder if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to do mad damage, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. Actually, Precision Intensify. That would make way more sense than Blind Rage, wouldn't it? Because it's not like this ability needs more strength. Tribute does not need more strength either. Well, it says it does damage. Yeah, so it would drop a little bit of damage on that, but who cares, right? The explosion from Lantern would go down too, but that's not really why we need Lantern. We're using Lantern for the extra CC, like sustained CC, if you will. Razor Wing Blitz, though, is our 4th. And that's where we want all the extra power. I mean, technically, we could do that instead of Intensify, too. So now we have all of it. And then we could get Intensify as well. Dude, that could be crazy damage. That might be a bit much. We'll just put that in there for now. We're going to get rid of this later, but sure. Just keep stacking the ability strength for now. Yeah. I think this is going to be funny. Modus Signal is kind of interesting too, huh? Plus a 33% chance to become immune to knockdown effects while airborne. I wonder if that would work like I think it does. We'll play with that when we get a bit more mod capacity. We're going to have to go in and fight a little bit just to level ourselves up, because we will get more mod capacity as we level the Warframe too. And as you can, as you'll see in a moment, it doesn't take very long. If you've got a new Warframe, it does not take very long to get it back up to like 30. So, what do we want to do is the question. I always like getting more of these. And this is a spy mission too, so you're not going to be killing things a whole lot. So it'd be probably pretty easy. That said though, since we're not killing things a lot, we won't level that much. So that's not good for us either. Trying to find something. Kuva Survival. This might be it right here. Kuva Survival is great for a reason that I'll show you. A normal survival mission, you're just trying to stay alive as long as possible, and the game periodically gives you these boosters that increase your, I guess you could call it oxygen, whatever you want to call it. Life support is what they call it in this game, but in Kuva Survival, however, these enemies will sometimes drop a pickup that you can use that you can install into the survival capsules that come down. And instead of restoring your life support at that point, they actually give you extra Kuva. So not only are you cracking open relics, right? You're cracking open those Requiem relics, but you're also getting bonus Kuva while you do it, too. So you'll see, maybe we can find one of the pickups here in a bit. We can't use our flight mode because we're not level 40 yet. Or we're not level, what, 10 I think is when we unlock it. We only have abilities 1 and 2 right now, so we are ground plebs right now, so we have to pretend like we're a regular Warframe until we reach our ascended form with our 230% ability strength. This is going to be ridiculous. I don't know how much damage I'm about to do, but I know it's going to be a lot. Maybe that's not the best way to build Titania Prime. I don't know. Or Titania in general, really. Okay, so right here, this capsule is growing red now. It's a Kuva harvester now. So we just have to defend this thing. Unfortunately, all I have is 1 right now, so... I guess we can also use 2. Out of range. Maybe we should also have ability range too, huh? Might not be a bad idea.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Dude, Titania Prime looks so sick. I'm so glad I bought this thing. I actually did buy this one with Platinum. I don't think you can get her right now. So I pretty much had to, you know? Maybe there was a way, I don't know. But I haven't seen it in any of the drop tables for relics that I've picked up lately, so I don't think she's available right now. They call that in the game being vaulted. So if something is vaulted, that's when you know, like, oh, okay, you cannot get the relics for that prime to drop right now. So one other good way, if you've been playing the game long enough, right? If you've been playing the game long enough to have all of these extra Warframe prime parts, like while the Warframe was available in the drop table, you can you can sell it to other people when the primes are vaulted again, right? So so that's one strategy that you can use. If you're trying to get into Warframe, or maybe if you've already been playing for a while, think about looking at your old prime parts. Like if you've already got, I don't know, like I don't even know like what's available and what's not, like Mesa Prime or something, or Gara Prime. I don't know. I don't even know them all, to be honest. I don't know all the frames, like Hydroid Prime, I guess, or something. And if you already have Hydroid Prime and you have spare Prime blueprints for Hydroid, then those are completely worthless to you. You can get rid of them for Ducats, which is one method of getting rid of them. But if they sell for like 20 platinum, 25 platinum a pop, I mean, you can get a nice platinum payday doing that too. So you have options if you grind a lot. So got to do a lot of void fissures, basically, a lot of cracking relics. Yeah, that's what most people do, at least through a lot of their day, is just cracking relics, frankly. The other reason to do it is for those things that I was just mentioned called Ducats. That currency is used with a trader that's actually out there right now, but he only comes out every 2 weeks for like a day or two. And he has in his shop very rare mods that you can only get when he's around. And he goes on like a rotation too, so you can't get all of the super rare mods from him at the same time. You have to wait. Every other week is a new, what they call Prime mod. So this guy said he needed craw in chat, and our relic just happened to pop it. So I said, there you go. That was pretty lucky for him. He got a payday. That's yet again streamer luck right there. So, but yeah, so you do need to, even if you just get a bunch of prime pieces that you already have copies for, you know, and they don't sell for anything really, you can still use them for ducats. So that's something else that I would recommend too. But one other thing I will say, if you are going to get started doing something like that, is make sure that you look at whatever piece you're about to sell for ducats instead of platinum. Make sure it doesn't go for platinum, you know? Like, make sure the piece that you're about to sell for ducats gives you, like, you know, 15 or 20 ducats, but you could sell it for, like, maybe 1 or 2 platinum. Then, obviously, you know, you would just get the ducat for it, right? But if something sells for, like, 30 ducats, but you could also sell it for, like, 15 platinum, you know, because it's kind of a rare item or whatever, well, then I would probably sell that for platinum instead, you know? You will occasionally find prime pieces or prime components that sell for like 100 ducats, which go for like 2 or 3 platinum. You know what I mean? So the range is very wide. Every item has its own demand by players and by the game, so to speak, right? So you cannot trust. If something says it's worth a lot of ducats, you cannot trust that that will sell on the market at all. In fact, in a lot of cases, it won't sell on the market. The only things that sell on the market for a lot of platinum usually are the things that have been vaulted already, in which case you're not getting them right now, you know? So, most likely. The only exception, of course, to that being if someone buys those resurgence relics, like the ones that I was showing you earlier. If you bought some of those, and you just happen to be, or someone bought some of those, and you just happen to be in the lobby when they're cracking them, you also get the same chance. Like, if he rolls the Volt Prime Near Optics that I've been looking for like a week, then everyone else gets it too, you know? So, definitely want to be aware of what items are common right now and which ones aren't, because if something, you won't really know right off the bat when you're presented with the option to choose what your loot is. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of know in advance. I don't exactly know in advance, but I've done so many relics now at this point that I kind of know what I would expect to see there, you know, just by looking at it. So we have our Razor Wing form. There we are. We have now reached godhood. Let's see how much damage we do. Wait, what? Oh no, I made the rookie mistake. Oh no. Some of you are probably laughing at me like, yeah, he forgot. I totally forgot that we had to mod our Dex Pixia again. The reason being is that Dex Pixia and Dewata are the regular weapons for Titania, but I think we get a new Prime version. Yeah, this is what the Dex Pixia looks like regularly. Not anything that cool. But still doing decent damage considering these things are level 67. I'm pretty stoked to actually get mods on mine, but... And then look at that, we're actually doing the more fire speed too. That's actually working. Oh, dude, this is gonna be great. Dude, this is gonna be like a... This is gonna be like a machine gun, man. I can't wait for this, because we're also gonna slot on our Dex Pixia. We're also gonna slot fire speed.
Additional life support has
This is gonna be pretty nasty. I'm gonna have to get better about using my other abilities more often, because I tend to just shoot and not use my 1, 2, or 3 at all. You know what I mean? So. And then obviously we get more damage if we, yeah, faster fire rate, definitely more damage, quicker damage at least. While we've used, or right after we've used an ability for 8 seconds. Use the 2 more often. This is absurd. The fire rate is obscene. Honestly, we don't even need to stack it up to 4 times, frankly.
Cuba is ready to be collected.
Just a couple of stacks and it's already ripping out like a machine gun. I can't wait to get damage on this thing, man. I thought we already did that. Look at that. We're already, I think, level 16 or something. Yeah. So it goes very fast when you're doing high-level destroy type missions. Loke and Vohm. I think I'm gonna do Loke. Yeah, I think everyone else agrees Loke is a little bit less common than Vohm, right? Sounds about right. It's probably all about the same, frankly, but looks like they're leaving. Alright, looks like people are leaving, so we're going to leave too. Even though I chose a relic to crack, as long as you don't crack it, you do get the relic back. So don't worry about it if you decide that you want to leave, or if you're unable to crack the relic, for example. You're still good. I don't know how to get out of here. Let's fly up here, maybe?
I've delivered another life support
Oh yeah, cool.
capsule.
Here it is. Sometimes these Kuva fortresses get a bit intense. Like, it's hard to tell where you're going. So I guess we're gonna bail here. Still pretty pleased with the Titania Prime. She looks very nice, very shiny and fancy. I like the gold. That works really well on her. I can't even think of a single color that I would change on her, frankly. It all looks great. Look at that. Just the... Okay, so our Titania Prime is level 17, and our weapons are 24. So, we'll probably... Yeah, probably one or two more missions will be at rank 30. It doesn't take long at all. Probably, what, like 30 minutes? 30, 45 minutes to play. Very easy. Let's actually fix our... let's fix our Dex Pixia. And actually, what we might do is also add an action on here. Oh, okay. It comes pre-upgraded as well. Okay. And we can't polarize anything until we hit rank 30 on it. Apparently you can auto-install. Oh. Well, that's nice. That looks almost like what we want. That's really what we want. I don't know about this Carnus Stinger thing, but yeah, that was cool. Damage, multi-shot, fire rate. We definitely want that. Galvanized crosshairs. What this does is, on a headshot, we get more crit chance. Super important for Dex Pixia because, as you can see here, our crit chance isn't that great. In fact, I think... I don't think we can stack... Yeah. Oh, we don't have enough slots anyway. I don't know if we can stack Galvanized Cross... We might be able to stack both, actually. Pistol Gambit and Galvanized Crosshairs. That'll probably be what we do. But we don't have enough right now anyway.
Maintenance after all.
So anyway. But this is going to give us quite a lot of what we want. We get both of our elements, multi-shot, fire rate, damage. All that's really good. In general in this game, too, if you're new, one thing you will notice is that you get a lot more bang for your buck when you enhance different stats. So I'll queue for this while we wait. While I talk about that. But what I mean by that is you really kind of want just one source of crit damage, one source of crit chance, one source of multi-shot, one source of fire rate, one source of damage. Because the scaling has diminishing returns in a sense, right? What I mean by that is... oh. Do I not have a main weapon? I guess I don't have a main weapon. Whatever. We're going to go into this form anyway.
Be on the lookout for increased security.
It's actually not a lot of damage. Hey, that's a lot more. The Razor Wing Blitz is pretty nice. But yeah, a little bit less damage than I was expecting. We're not fully built up yet, so I'm not too worried about it. I guess we'll see. What was I talking about? I already forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, you want one source of every different type of damage. or different type of damage boost, if you will, right? Oh, it's because these things are level 100. Maybe that's why. Yeah. I don't know where my bursting went though.
Alarms have been
Uh-oh.
triggered. You need
Someone
to
triggered the
retrieve
alarm
data
for
before
A.
The data destruction is complete. Those
Oh,
are the
I see.
Queen's
You can't go
brains.
down there. You have to
What
come
are they
come
up
in
to?
through here or something.
Listen, the machines are coming to life. There's Kuva in
We
the
might be screwed here. I don't see any machines or way to get down there, and it's just water. Looks like that data's lost. I don't know. Looks like you're supposed to be able to get down here, but there's water, right? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, these spy missions. I think even back in the day, I think these were the toughest missions because what you would find is that yeah, people trigger the alarm and they purge the data. So if you're not fast enough, you just lose the data and then you lose the mission. If we lose one more thing of data, we lose the mission. So we've got to get both B and C without any failures here. That said, we're not using a stealth Warframe, so we should probably avoid doing that stuff. But I mean, you don't need a stealth Warframe to do it. You know, you just have to be careful. See, like right there's the next one. I really don't want to trigger the alarm here. If they spot you, they will probably go and trigger the alarm. We also have to be aware of any sensors that might be out here too.
Hurry. Use your operator form to strike those Kuba clouds.
Oh, wow. There's a robot right there. Uh-oh. It already hurt us. Oh, crap. Well, I might have ruined it for us. Maybe we can fly over here really quick.
That machine, it's using your energy to... This is bad. Destroy it.
Yeah, I might have ruined it for everyone. This is my bad. Alright, we lose. So as you can see, that's why you might want a stealth Warframe instead.
This mission is over.
I try to avoid the spies just for that reason. It can be pretty hairy. Especially if you're not prepared for it. So that's my bad. But, yeah, so what I was getting at was you want... When you're modifying a weapon, you really do want... And actually the same for Warframes too, I think, to some extent. You don't really want to stack up too much, like ability power. You know, you want one of each still there too. But see, since we have a damage mod right here, we definitely don't want a second damage mod because... You can't do this anyway. You can't like equip 2 Hornet Strikes anyway. But if you did, the 220% damage and the 220% damage would not multiply back to back like that. It would actually just be 440% damage. So, and then the math works like that. So it brings the actual total down to a much lower number than what you would think you would get, because you know what I mean? Because it multiplies in a different form than you might expect. Same thing goes, I think, with pretty much everything else. Like if you stack 2 sources of cold, they do add up, but not like to the exact number that the mod would say it would.
Operator,
So
is picking up a distress signal. Wait, no, it's just the corpus peddling their wares again.
Get off the emergency frequency!
It might be nicer to actually have regular pistol gambit for now. And then I kind of think we need crit damage, but we can't get it right now. Maybe take off cold for now and take crit damage. Yeah, I like that. That should work. We'll try this out and see how it does. We could also get this for now, too. A bit of extra radiation is cool. Why not? We already have our multi-shot mod. Multi-shot, really good, because that actually does give you more hits per shot. And that also means that every single time you hit with the weapon, you have a chance to apply your status effects. So not only are you doing, of course, more damage, but you're also doing more status effects, too. It's all around great. Definitely recommend using multi-shot on damn near anything, frankly. I mean, I can't imagine there's anything out there that wouldn't use it, you know what I mean? Let's do a quick assault so we can just level up here. Normally I like to do the Kuva survivals, obviously, because you get the extra Kuva, you know. But we'll just do the quick assault just to level up a bit. Get our Titania Prime max so we can finish modding that out, at least for now. Obviously, you're never really done modding, because you're going to get better mods as you play the game. More advanced versions of mods, like the primed mods like I was talking about. That primed continuity that you saw, I just obtained that last night. It's my first time visiting the trader that I was talking about. That takes your Ducats. It takes your Ducat. He'll take your Ducats and give you like the super rare stuff. What's going on here? Oh, gotcha. Usually this thing would be marked, but oh, now there's someone here. Gotcha. When there's two people, you have to open both doors at the same time. So, if you're solo, you just have to open one, so you can ignore that mechanic.
You can't let that happen. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby.
We gotta escape into our normal form. Our perfect form, I should say.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactant to open those. Plant the multicoil on the doors. Defend the multicoil.
You know, I feel like our damage is still a little bit lower than it was on Titania. We might have to look more closer at our build here after this one, because I was expecting to do a little bit more damage just right off the bat. It's kind of lackluster right now, so we may have been doing something a little bit special there. Anyway, let's fly on over here.
The Grenier know we're here for the cannon. They're priming one last shot with a tectonic
Is it
round
down
that's capable
here?
of destroying the
What
colony
the?
in one hit. Do not let that happen.
See, these Kuva fortresses get a little bit funny. Not actually sure where I'm supposed to go to get over here. Seems like other people are confused too. Yeah. Maybe this elevator? No, that goes up. It's the opposite of what we want, right? Yeah. Might be lost. Ow. Stuff hurts when you don't have any armor on. You know, it just kind of shreds you, really. I am super confused. Maybe over here? Oh, I see. No? Wait. Yes, that was it. Okay. Right? Oh, man. That is not it. Wow. I'm definitely lost. And we're out of energy, too. That's not good. Oh, there we go. I don't know how we got into it this time. But we made it. We just have to make sure we get enough reactant. And also I wanted energy. Yeah, our damage is a little bit lower than I was expecting, so I might have to look into that. We'll have to compare the Titania Prime. Well, I mean, now we're starting to hit a little bit, but we got ability range and strength, so that's half of it right there. When you crack open your relic, you do get a temporary buff, and ours just happened to be ability strength, which is the one you want for sure, but it's doubling our damage right now, so... okay, maybe we shouldn't be there. We lost again? Oh my gosh.
That's it. The Grineer are
And maybe we don't want Blind Rage, because we are running out of energy super fast. I'm used to being able to stay in,
the command center controls the nav arcane
stay in wing form basically
Use it
a
to
lot.
take out that galleon.
Razor wing, much more than what I am right now, without picking up any energy.
This
Oh, there we
is
go.
the command center. You'll need to locate all 3 of the telemetry.
What a confusing tile set, honestly. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. Probably one of my favorites.
That's
You know,
the first key.
oh man. We can't fly either. Definitely one of my favorite tile sets for sure, but... Oh, I like that. Actually, I just now noticed her double shift to roll is actually like a gliding, like, shoulder tackle type thing. It looks sick, actually. That's actually really cool. I think she's the only one that does that. It's definitely more elegant than rolling, right?
Good. One more to go.
Oh, that guy just hooked us out of it. Let's use Lantern if we can. Oh. Why can't we? There we go. Got a Lantern out there now. Kill this guy really quick. And now we'll try it. So you get these little Cypher mini games too to hack the consoles. You get used to them. There's a few different kinds. No real point in me explaining how they all work.
We have triangulation.
You'll figure them out.
Protect the console while I reprogram the cannon's telemetry.
Not to be short with you here, but there's like 4 different kinds or something. You just have to do a different mini game for each of them. Yeah, we are draining energy very fast, so we might not be able to do blind rage. I think that's kind of troll. I mean, you can kind of make it work, I guess. Maybe if you're doing enough damage, you just constantly get energy. But I like being able to fly around for the most part, even without having to worry about my energy. Like if I'm not getting any energy. There are definitely missions where you're not really focused on killing and you just fly around anyway. So for those missions, it'd be kind of annoying. I mean, you can always do this and just abandon your 4 form, Razor Wing form, just to conserve on energy. I had to do that even in the past on Titania.
Now return to the telemetry system and make sure the cannon stays silent.
There it is, destroyed.
The targeting mechanism is out of commission. The cannon is useless now. The Grineer will think long and
All right, let's
hard
get the heck out of here.
trying to use this weapon.
Hopefully there's no more confusing spots. I do like the double shift. It's very unique. Oh, and you can do it to the side too? Hold on. Oh, that's 6. You can do like just this sideways strafe. I like this champion a lot, man. Warframe. This Warframe a lot. Champion from League of Legends. This Warframe is great. Definitely one of my favorites for sure now. We used to have Ember. I think, from what I've heard, Ember is pretty weak nowadays, which is pretty sad. Because Ember was like my favorite. It's actually my profile icon up here, actually, too. Okay, we got Loke, it looks like. Nice. Yeah, Ember, pretty cool champion as well, Warframe. She's all about fire. She just explodes fire all the time.
Excellent work, Tenno.
They reworked her, I think, a little bit too, from what I could tell. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's like the major reason to use Ember back in the day was you explode everything with fire, and apparently now there are just other Warframes that do exploding things with fire better, which is kind of sad. I mean, that's kind of Ember's thing, you know what I mean? But I guess that's just power creep in general, right? Every game's got to have it. So let's take a look at the differences here. Maybe maybe Blind Rage is not ideal. Let's be honest. We don't want to do that. So instead, that cuts a lot of our strength down. But we do get Precision Intensify, so that's good. I'm going to move that up there. I think this is probably a good one to have. I might be wrong on that. But we need some other kind of ability strength. I guess we could take this. But we get a little bit more ability strength with just the raw form. So you can't have Precision Intensify and Intensify as well. We could do Transient Fortitude, which gives us a little bit more strength. And it decreases duration, which is kind of not good.
Now, who would be knocking all the way out here? Operator, I don't think you should answer that.
Yeah, this Ortis guy is ridiculous. We could do this, but we don't really need the heavy attack type bonus. And I'm not sure if it scales that well. Let's rank it up just to see. 25% armor, 15% ability strength isn't that great. This thing goes up to rank 10 or something. So that would be kind of a big change. Yeah, it really sucks that we really shouldn't use Blind Rage. Unless we had efficiency from something else. I mean, I guess we do actually have Streamline as well, which we had before, but yeah, it was just too much. Let's see what we did on the regular Titania, just to kind of compare, because we were in a pretty good spot on her. So we had Boreal's Hatred, Equilibrium, of course. We were actually using Dreamer's Bond. We weren't using the aerodynamic stuff. Just to get the extra mod capacity, of course. Intensify, Continuity, and Streamline. That's all we had. I wonder why the damage is so much lower. Okay, so we don't need to look at this anymore. That's... let's look at the Dex Pixie as well. So, yeah, same thing. Damage, multi-shot. We had our elemental stuff. Flat crit chance, flat crit damage, fire rate. Yeah. So we're not doing anything special there either. No Exilus slot, no adapters or anything like that. Interesting. Very interesting. We can actually use an arcane now. I think one of them in particular is pretty good. Something Pistolier, right? Ammo efficiency. I wonder if that actually helps us out or not. On pistol headshot kill, which I think Dex Pixia should proc, right? We get a 60% chance for 51% ammo efficiency. I think that would mean that half of the time we don't lose a bullet, which would be really good for Dex Pixia if that does happen. I'm going to try that out. I don't know if it works or not. You can freely exchange these as far as I know, so yeah, unequip, yeah. So you don't have to worry about using them or anything. You can do Arcane Pistol here too. Okay, you can only have one, yeah. I don't know. Well, on headshot kill, we gain health regen. Might as well. I mean, I don't have very many options, as you can see. We've only collected 13 out of 63, so there's a lot more that could be done here if I had more options. On headshot, parkour velocity, but we don't do any parkours in our flight form, so we're not blocking anything either. This looks about as good as it gets. I mean, yeah. 0.5% health regen. I mean, it's health regen. Whatever. Better than nothing. Better than nothing. We do have a little bit more mod capacity still, too. I'm just trying to think of where I want to go with this. So, ability efficiency... and maybe instead of strength, we just do duration. Something like that. That would allow us allow our abilities to stay more often, which means we use less energy in general. I don't know if it I don't know if it improves the cost for our fourth. I don't know if it improves our cost for our fourth form or not. I don't think it does. I don't think ability duration would have any effect on this at all. Well, I guess let's see. So it says 1.83 energy per second, and then wait, Razorwing Blitz is 12 seconds. Oh, does ability duration then also change the mod ability duration too? Let's look at this. It does. So it goes from 12 seconds to 8 seconds. 2.75 is the drain of energy per second. And now it's 1.83. So, okay. So ability duration does mean then that it, in a sense, it extends the amount of time per energy. I don't know. The amount of time like a single point of energy is useful for. I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, well that helps then. Yeah, that would allow us to keep our stacking fire rate going easier, too. I like that. Primed continuity, not bad, I think. Might be the best, I don't know. I say it's probably pretty good. I mean, being able to stay in this form is key. Alright, and then we can get rid of this troll thing. We just left it there as a placeholder. We still have 12. Oh yeah, that's right. We kind of wanted range, huh? No, not overextended. Ability range sounds pretty good. Alright. Let's try that. Can we put, we could probably put more stuff on Dex Pixia, right? Yeah, we're only level 28, so we can't Forma quite yet. But we can add another good mod on here, and I think it has to be crit damage. Right? Oh no, we already have crit damage. I try to keep this stuff together, but the game auto-equipped it, so yeah. Damage multi-shot, crit damage, and chance, that's pretty much going to stay there. Fire rate, pretty important as well. We could add another elemental mod, so we could get our blast back. Or we could try to go for this crit chance thing, which I think would be really nice. Let's do that. Heat is fine for now. We're still just leveling them up, right? So let's do another really quick mission. Not the spy. We're not going to do that again. Let's just do a quick assault again. As you can tell, I really like doing these Requiem ones. Pretty good way to do platinum farming early on. Without spoiling too much of the game, if you are new, you use those mods that we're collecting from these to kill an enemy that basically haunts you, kind of like Shadows of War style, if you've ever played that game. You know the Lord of the Rings game where you kill someone, but sometimes they don't die, and instead they get up, laugh at you, make jokes about your mom, and then come back and try to kill you later. Basically,
A distant colony has been under fire
you need those mods to deal with that kind of
Destroy
mechanic,
the Queen's
which is kind of funny too. Now that I think about that, because I believe whoever owns that loader game actually patented. Maybe I shouldn't say this out loud in case anyone's watching. I think they patented the ability to do that type of rival mechanic from loader. From the Shadows of War and Shadows of Mordor games. So I don't think it's actually legal for Warframe to use it in their game. Maybe if they wanted to be jerks, they could do that. I kind of disagree with patenting these things anyway, personally. I mean, I don't know how much corporate law you guys keep up with and whatnot, but Nintendo losing the lawsuit to Palworld was very much needed. Very much needed. Nintendo's getting out of hand. Out of hand. And I don't care if they know. I'm not buying a Nintendo product for the rest of my life. They've lost me permanently. They couldn't pay me enough to do a promotion. Right now, even if they told me they'd pay me $1 million to play one of their games on their new Switch 8 or whatever, I'm not doing it, man. I can't be bought. Not by Nintendo. Other people want to pay me $1 million? Sure. Nintendo? Nah, dude. These guys need to go. They need to go. And release their IP as well. You know what I mean? Pokemon hasn't been improved for over a decade. You can't tell me Nintendo's doing a good job. Okay. Rant over. Rant over. But yeah, I think that did get patented out, so I don't know. Obviously, it's up to the patent, the person that owns the patent, to sue Digital Extremes for, you know, for the breach. But I don't know. Stuff like that is pretty goofy to me. I don't really get it. It's basically like just you're not really like patenting an idea for a product. You're really like just preventing. You're just preventing competition, really, in my view. That's how I see it, at least. Ooh, got a Cyan Star. Nice. Take that. Probably should be in our regular form too. Let's see if we do more damage like this. Our ability duration is really good already. You know, honestly, now that we have primed continuity, maybe we could go back to Blind Rage. Maybe we should try it again. Because obviously the cost is a lot lower. Maybe Blind Rage is troll. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Blind Rage is probably better for Warframes that are doing like nuking stuff, not Warframes like us who are trying to keep up as many abilities as possible. You know what I mean? I don't know. Oh, apparently we need more telemetry keys, but I think they all have them. Yeah. Yeah, we're just waiting for them to get here. So we'll evacuate from our flying form while we wait for Hector to hurry down up. Come on, Hector. Click the button. Oh, it wasn't even Hector. My bad, Hector. Now we have to defend it. Alright. We still do need one more reactant. I don't see any. No little icons on the screen. Sometimes, by the way, if you go backwards or if you just explore around where people were at, you'll see a lot of them left on the ground. So the radar doesn't exactly tell you where they all are. It just shows you the closest ones. Probably within about 75 meters, 75 to 100 meters. And then after that, you kind of have to explore and try to find more from other people, basically. There we go. Managed to
Well done,
loot
Tenno.
that through the
Your
wall
pillage
just
is
by
open.
being close enough.
Done. The cannon's
Ow.
telemetry has been
Dude, basically everything
Return to the
destroys
cannon and pull the
Titania.
trigger.
If she's not flying, you're screwed. So that's kind of why I built her the way I did. How did I get down here? Okay. I think we came out through here, yeah. That's kind of why I built her the way I did, with the idea being, hey, let's not drain our energy. So a blind rage might be troll. I was just trying to get the big numbers, you know what I mean? Fire the cannon.
Direct hit. The galleon has been obliterated.
Destroyed.
Now return to the telemetry system and make sure the cannon stays silent.
Alright, we'll fly for this. Hurry up and get this done. Here's the fuel injector. Destroyed. That thing is done.
The targeting mechanism is out of commission.
One thing I've noticed is that the Kuva Fortress tile set doesn't seem to be very diverse. Maybe it's like that with all of them, but they all seem to have this like same like narrow thing at the end, the same start as well. Kind of strange. A little bit different from the other tile sets, I think. Maybe I'm mistaken on that, but it does seem like there's a little bit less diversity in the Kuva Fortress, which is still fine with me. Like I said, this is great. I do like how she floats along. Titania did that too a little bit, but it looked kind of goofy. Titania Primes is kind of sick, you know what I mean? Yeah. And the flight form. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. I'll take Riz, I think, over Fast. I think Riz is the... Yeah, seems like other people agree. Riz is maybe the best one. I don't know. You should have equal chance to get a ball,
Complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
so you shouldn't have to worry about it. Alright, Dex Pixie is maxed. So we can finish our build there. We could actually format it, actually, is what we want to do. Titania Prime still needs another 9 levels, so it's taking a little bit longer than I expected to. I don't think I have an affinity booster right now. You can actually get these boosts right here. Oh no, we do have an affinity blessing. So if you go to a relay, one thing I should mention for new people as well is maybe when you're first starting, like your first log into the game, or log into the game and then go get your drink or food or something, just sit at one of these relays, like Strata Relay in particular I think is pretty good. Just sit there, come back, you know, 30 minutes later, and players will actually give you these buffs. They only last like a few hours, but it's a great way to start your day and get a little bit of extra stuff going on too, so bonus tip as well. Obviously, you won't have the Strata Relay unlocked right off the rip or anything, you know. It's going to take you a while to get there, maybe. Maybe you would actually get there pretty quickly. I'm not sure. Maybe you would. I guess you'd have to clear the Mars Junction maybe first in order to unlock Strata. I don't actually remember how a lot of this stuff gets unlocked, to be honest. The game is very much so a blur. And obviously, I did all this like 8 years ago. 8 or 10 years ago at this point, really. 10 years ago. So, I definitely don't remember. I do remember E-Prime being the first mission, though. That I do remember. So yeah, that's something that you can do, though, just to get extra stuff before you start playing. Oh yeah, that's right. We were going to Forma. Yeah, we're going to Forma this thing. We have to decide what we want to Forma. I think... Well, I hear eventually we're going to be getting rid of this damage mod for a damage adapter instead. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's how it works. But then again, we do have quite a lot of things that use the V icon right now. So I think I might forma this with a V as well, and then move my galvanize. Well, I guess it's equivalent right now. So yeah, let's you can always change these too. It's not like it's permanent. So if you decide, oh, I made a mistake, really, you have to spend another forma, of course, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we could drop another V right there, I think, for now, and that should be okay. Maybe we should stop before we do anything else, but kicked off our galvanized crosshairs, but that's fine. We'll get it back in no time. We might do another one too, just to get another mod in. I don't know. I might instead, what I might do is kind of look around for other people's Dex Pixia builds to see if you know, to see what people are kind of doing, like what's really good, and then decide if I want to spend a forma now or later. You know, maybe we could do it later or something. No rush with those formas, obviously. Just do them as you need them. We need them right now because we need more mods, right? Could do a Kuva survival. I think I might actually go back to Fortuna, though. Get some bounties done because it's 7:30, so the day has already reset, I believe. Which is unfortunate then, because we missed out on our daily standing from quote-unquote yesterday, if that makes sense. I think the day resets at like 7 p.m. EST. I might be mistaken on that.
Quick geology lesson. Thermal fractures are what you get when you pump too much coolant into the ground too fast.
Let's do Agent Down, I think, first. Oh, no, we do need these medical debt bonds. Let's do that first, actually. I think the day did already reset, sadly. So we lost out on a lot of faction rep. I probably should be prioritizing that a bit more, since I am a more mid-game player. Probably if you're early or brand new to the game, you probably don't want to do these areas early on because the rewards for them aren't they're good, but they're not exactly what you need, if that makes sense. At least early on. But I'd say probably like if you've unlocked all the star chart stuff that you can do, you know, if you've done all the quests that you can do, then I would say it's probably a good time at that point to start looking at doing these bounties. That will probably take you a while, though. So, honestly, it probably goes a lot faster nowadays with all the crazy extra, you know, mods you can get and whatnot. So, you know, just something to think about, though. I wouldn't go in there right off the bat. Probably a bad idea.
Making progress. Keep the corpus off this thing just a bit longer.
Just annihilated that. Yeah, this is very low level, so we're ridiculously strong. We don't have to worry about anything, really. I don't even have max energy right now. Kind of weird, but I don't think they're giving us many energy drops. It might be a function of like the enemy level. I never really noticed that, though, but maybe like the lower level an enemy is, the less often it creates an energy orb or a health orb. Could be a thing. I'm trying to loot these things too. These Gorgarious spores. I think, yeah, these things are things too. Kind of keep an eye out for these special things too. You don't have to go like too crazy with it, but like every now and again. Oh, I need to get over there and help them out with this one, this mission. But good thing to keep an eye out for while you're in these open world areas is you'll have
different resource spawns that are like scattered throughout, and you can really only tell that they are resource spawns by like, you know, getting close to them, and then they'll have like an HP bar, right? Basically indicating that you can destroy them and get the resource out of them. Those resources you can grind, and you'll need them actually for a lot of blueprints. You'll need them for like reputation stuff too sometimes. So definitely a good idea to keep an eye out for them. And I've really been neglecting Fortuna, to be honest. I spent a lot of time on Deimos when I first came back because I wanted to unlock that system that we were showing earlier on. Back at our orbiter, where we had the crazy infested creature stab us and give us a new ability on our Warframe.
Case retrieved.
There's the medical debt bomb we needed. Perfect.
It leads us one step closer to our objective. New orders.
That's exactly what we needed. You might be asking too why I do the Arcwing launcher as opposed to my 4 form right now. Even though we do have a lot of extra speed now, this Arcwing is definitely faster, especially with that teleport type thing. I mean, it's just way faster. So no reason to stay in your 4 form and fly out here because it would just take forever to get out here. Although I don't know, maybe that has changed a bit. Do a hijacking. Now that we're out here, though, we can do this to destroy things, yeah.
Just woke up to what you're doing. Now let's see who comes crawling out of the pipes. Keep going.
I forgot we kind of do need to go into our 4 form so that we can level up our Dex Pixia.
They figured out what we're up to right on schedule. Nothing gets a taxman to pop his head up by threatening his income stream. Leg it. He won't linger.
We got the key, but we still need to work out which comm station is handling the channel encryption.
See how often we're ranking up our Dex Pixia, like level 4. And this is like a level 10 or 12 mission, so
Get me access.
yeah, it's pretty easy. And as you can see, yeah, so look at how fast we move in this form. I mean, you can do it. Not ideal, though. Oh, we're actually trying to go into the space, so maybe we could have stayed in the form. My bad.
You're nearing the secure area. Watch out.
Don't trigger the alarm. I think everyone triggers the alarm here.
Will destroy the data if they detect you.
I don't think anyone's not done that, that I've seen at least. Most people tend to just ignore the alarm type stuff and just brute force everything in this game. Which is a bit of a sad part about it because it is supposed to be like space ninjas, right? Space robot ninjas. It's got everything. Space robot ninjas. Everything a growing boy needs.
Comms just lit up. Commanders no clue
Alrighty,
what just
so we're
happened.
done with that.
They are panicked. Just how we
Head
like
back
it.
to base and do the next one. This is the way out, right? Yep. And then when you're in these open world areas, if you hold down M, at least on PC, it pulls up the map, and then you can actually click one of these travel locations. And don't press anything after that, otherwise it'll cancel. But yeah, it'll teleport you back here. Nice convenience thing. This will allow you to get there faster than pretty much everyone else. When you get it down, that is. So. There's always that one guy that doesn't know, and he's flying back right now, so, you know. Might not be that helpful to you, but... very good for getting around, though, when you're exploring these areas. I guess yet another PSA, really, right? Alrighty, head back over to Utico. Let's do this one, I think.
We're short.
We're short.
Corpus
Feed and Research Division is expecting a shipment of baits and traps.
Yeah,
Chief wants us to make sure they never get those supplies.
The Fortuna theme is kind of interesting because it's like rebels against like crazy alien corporations, right? That are also Corpus ran, of course. But these people are like, you know, rebels, and like I said, they also got like this country style mannerism of speech. It's pretty funny.
This isn't the whole team. Where are the others? Search the bodies. See if there's any clues.
Where are the bodies? I can't interact with them right now.
Damaged. There's something in the buffer. We need to get it decoded before the device fails.
Investigate the area, look for more of these dead agents, I guess. I don't really see any so far.
Accessing buffer. Analyzing.
That's weird. Normally I don't have much trouble at all finding these, but yeah, I don't see any popping up.
Accessing final transmissions. Come on, final transmissions. I'm in.
Oh, okay. I guess other people found them. All right.
Itinerary, patrol log, coordinates, reports, blah, blah, blah.
That's fine with me then.
Corpus Patrol. I'm willing to bet they were taken here. Here we are. Find any survivors. Get them out.
Unlock that cipher. Now we have to acquire some keys. Okay. Fair enough. You do get eventually used to these missions, so that's one thing I would also recommend. Like, if you're trying to get into the game and whatnot, too, definitely just play whatever you want to play in the moment, right? Of course, there's going to be one particular thing that you should probably do more than anything else, and of course, you should try to focus for those things. But like at the end of the day, it's a looter shooter where you just kind of run around and do whatever you want. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. There's no reason to get burnt out on a game like this, you know. Dude, the damage is actually crazy already. It does seem like it's a little bit less than what it was in the past, though. I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something pretty important. But the damage is pretty nice. I don't think weapons get stronger, by the way, with level. So, I may be wrong on that. Maybe it's going to get stronger as we level up here. I guess we'll see. It's pretty good right now, but it doesn't really seem any better than what we're doing on our original Titania. And we actually have a Forma on this thing, so... Or, not a Forma, but a Orokin reactor on this thing. So we have way more mods on it than we did the original Titania, of course. So... that's something I should say, too. With your Orokin reactors, Orokin catalysts, and Formas, especially early on, you really want to be careful and not just spend it on whatever you got. You know what I mean? Make sure you save those for, like, the good things. It's obviously a Prime Warframe for a Warframe that I really like playing. That's a good candidate for a reactor, but the base Titania was not. You know, that's obviously the Prime version is better, and it completely replaces the original version. You know what I mean? It's better in every way. So there's no reason, I think, ever to put a reactor on a regular Warframe. You know what I mean? That's just a bad idea. Unless I guess you got it like that. I mean, like I said, if you're spending money on the game, I guess it's different. But I'm a free-to-play player. There's no way I would ever do it, frankly. I don't know if this ammo efficiency... Do I still have that thing equipped? It might have unequipped it. We'll have to look at that again, too. I wanted to see if that actually mattered as well. Like, is our ammo more efficient now or not? It doesn't look like it is, but... Dude, look how fast we fly. Oh my god. What is this? Is this because I was... Oh, we get the extra flight speed? Maybe this is faster. Oh my gosh. 269%? Wait, what?
Goes off. The taxmen are going to respond.
Why is it 269%?
Do you see it? It's headed right
What
for
the... Wait. No. $67%.
It's down.
I might have to think about that one. That's interesting. Maybe Razor Wing Blitz doesn't behave like it says it does on the mod. Maybe it also gets modified? 67%. And then let me use my 2 as well. Well, I have to target something with 2, so... Maybe I could just spam 1 repeatedly. 202%, 269%. So that's 4 stacks. So it's actually... We'll have to read that mod again. I think it's getting modified. I think the mod itself is also getting modified. If that makes sense. Like maybe it's getting modified by ability strength or something. I don't know. I was kind of thinking that maybe we should get rid of our second ability. It does give you that thorns. Like if you use it, you can get the thorns for 50% less damage. But frankly, when I'm flying around, I feel pretty much immortal. I mean, you can't get hit by any melee attacks, of course. And then half of all shots are just they don't hit you at all. I mean, and then obviously we have CC with 1, so if stuff's around us and it's hitting us, then we just tell it to get down. Or we can use 3. 3 would allow us to lantern someone and then draws fire away from us as well. So Titania is pretty safe. I don't really think... This is stupid, actually. Just spam 1 a bunch of times and then you're cruising. Oh my god, that fire rate is insane. I wasn't even paying attention to my health. I was like just looking at the fire rate. Oh my gosh, man. That is ridiculous. Okay, I should say, I guess, you're immortal with Titania as long as you're, like, footing around, right? You know? I don't see how you die normally. And, of course, using your abilities on the enemies, right? Lantern and Spellbind. I think I might get rid of 2. Maybe that's a bad take. It'd be nice if I had someone's ear that was a Titania Prime main, you know what I mean? Someone that knows what's up. Or a Titania main, I guess I should say, not Titania Prime, doesn't matter. I think that'd be pretty nice to hear what other people have to say about it. Because like I said, the mods are like, there's thousands of mods, literally. So what you choose to do with your Warframe can vary dramatically. Obviously there are a few key things that are constant, right? Wait, are we not feeding? Oh, maybe I'm not feeding this case while in my fight form. Let me see. Oh, no, I am. Seems like we got them all covered. Yeah. Hold on. Very nice. Definitely want to do all these bounties to the end too, because you saw that fat bonus there at the end. We got like 1,500 standing for that one quest alone. So way better. Titania Prime is sick. I'm pretty glad I got her. Definitely worth the 70 platinum or something. And then I just realized I was teleporting just now, and I was able to actually move, and it continued to teleport. So maybe only certain buttons cancel the teleport. I might have misspoke earlier. There's a lot to this game I still haven't learned, which is also one of the reasons why I'm enjoying playing it again. But I think maybe that's enough for me. I think I covered pretty much every aspect to the game. If you guys would like to play, or if you know, anyone you know, wants to play or whatever, or if you guys want to see me play again too or something, let me know. I will say I was on the fence about streaming Warframe to begin with, just because I think it's probably somewhat boring to just watch, right? You kind of just do the same things. Like right now, probably after I stop streaming here, I'm probably just gonna keep doing Utico bounties after I go get food. You know what I mean? And so you're kind of repeating a lot of tasks over and over again, because it is kind of a grind. But I will admit, the quests that they added in this game are very high quality, very epic as well. And they do unlock new systems. I definitely have not done them all. In fact, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I think I have like 8. 8 waiting to go. And I've done quite a few already. But it's like they're endless, you know what I mean? Like they want me to do Angels of the Zariman, whatever that is. I know what it is, but you know what I mean. I want to do that. They want me to do that quest, but there's all kinds of other quests here too. Jade Shadows, whatever that is, the Jordas Precept, Patient Zero, an Anthem, Call of some random guy. I even have a quest coming in from my inbox, I remembered. Let's see. Yeah, this guy wants me to go to the Laverian to help him out. I don't even know who this guy is. And he's already asking me for help. That's not a good sign. So there is a lot to do now. So if you do get bored with some scenery or bored with something that you're doing, just get more quests done and you'll unlock more stuff. And, you know, you can just play that for a while. I mean, there's all kinds of game modes that I didn't even go over, like Deviri over here, which you unlock later. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much to go over in a single stream for sure. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed Warframe as much as I have. I love my new Warframe. You can see her in the background. Titania Prime. Very nice. I'm having a blast with her, and I'll be playing her probably all night long. But either way, I'll see you guys in the future.
You could say we forged a new connection.
We forged a new connection. Peace.